care if you've been belly rocking with the thick waifus all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Doodle Spotty, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit on my left. Oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
The Baconator Whopper Big Mac is now known as the presidential. It will now not be associated with a sexual act.
Oh, my far right engineer on the 1 and 2s, choke people out on the 3s, boys, Kratos.
No advertisement ever has changed anybody's moral standards.
Ooh, we gonna get into it. Last and not least, we got your boy Blue.
Hey, just a quick shout out to Aaliyah. Happy birthday, girl. She would have been 40 today.
Rock the boat.
Today.
Yeah.
Miss you, girl.
Yeah.
And consequently, R. Kelly wouldn't have liked her anymore.
Yeah.
Way too old.
Too old.
Because he's a nasty motherfucker.
I thought I saw it was Sade's birthday, too.
She turned 60. She's still fine as fuck.
Yeah. So, whomster did we got up in there?
Good God Almighty. That would be Aiden. What's going on? He's the first in the chat. And listener.
What up, dog?
Listener of the week would be.
Your mama, no.
Keisha. Kesha? Keisha?
Keisha?
Does it have a dollar sign in the middle on the S?
Kesya.
Okay.
Maybe it's Kesya.
We appreciate the ladies listening. I think it's
a lady.
I don't know.
Maybe. We appreciate you.
Much love.
Whomstead ever you are.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Old Ninja, you usually pour out some kind of respectful beverage, alcoholic beverage. What you gonna do this week?
Hold on one second.
Hold on, motherfucker. This is
I'm trying to get her name fucking right. Fuck. I know her first name's Carol.
Carol Channing.
God,
there we go.
Damn, you ain't prepared, motherfucker.
I had it up, but I closed the fucking thing.
The paper? Where's the paper?
Yeah.
You
shit.
You got one in your lap.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
You need this shit on rocks.
Yeah.
Fucking chisels and shit.
So Carol Channing.
Burning bush.
We're pouring out some White Zinfandel for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Carol Channing. She is a famous Tony Award-winning actress, dancer. She's been like in some of the classic films, such as A Gentleman Prefer Blondes. Some other big musicals.
That was a porno, though, right? No, I'm just messing. I'm sorry. I don't mean to shit on the dead. I don't mean. But
God dang, no.
Gentlemen prefer blondes. So.
No, that's not it. It's black and blonde.
Oh yeah.
Oh
my
man.
My bad.
Damn. So, fun fact: her father was half African American, and her mother was German.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah. So she didn't know about her heritage until she went off to college, when her mom told her that her grandparents were basically black.
Okay.
So, but if you've ever looked at her,
still let her in Hollywood doing shit though. Huh?
Yeah, but
back then,
if you looked at her, if you passed for white, you was white, right? If you black, you lumped in to black. She was 97 years old. So
that's a long life.
Yeah, she lived a long time. She was still performing in her 90s.
God damn.
Doing cabaret.
Doing what you love. Wait, what?
Wait, that got nudity and shit.
Well, not necessarily. You can do cabaret, like dance with the corset and shit. You don't have to be nude.
I don't know if I want that at 90, but respectfully,
that's on you.
A lot of older, like female dancers who are in their older age, they still got pretty banging bodies, but their face is just kind of wrinkly,
kind of old.
All right.
Like if you look at what's that chick's name? The one that used to choreograph for Janet Jackson. Short black lady. She's
No.
Debbie Allen.
Debbie Allen. Yeah. If you see her, like her body's still like toned, but her face is a little bit on that older side.
Yeah, this is true, but she ain't in their 90s.
Oh no. Yes, that is true. That is true.
Carol, her hometown was the Bay Area, San Francisco.
That's good shit.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, she was. She's been in both stage and film. She's been around for a long time. I mean, if you saw her picture, you'd realize but she's mostly famous for older classic movies.
There's a few people that I'm surprised are from the Bay, like the guy from Brooklyn 999 or 911 or 9
Brooklyn 99.
Yeah, he's from Berkeley.
Which guy? That's
the main guy, the Dick in the Box guy.
Oh, Andy Samberg
from SNL. Yeah,
dude, the fucking Lonely Island dude.
I think so.
He from the Bay?
Yeah, he's from Berkeley. I didn't know that.
That's my shit right there.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I forgot that BD Wong was from the Bay. But then, but ever since, he be repping hard.
Anybody else that passed that we pouring out beverages for? Or was that the only
That
one?
was it.
It was a light week.
Damn.
all good.
Souls weren't collected.
Well, beer is being cleaned up and shit, and we hope that there's no liquid in the ports or anything.
Hopefully we don't blow up.
Let's start with some big MCU news.
Sure.
We got a Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. Right?
Yeah, I didn't even know this was coming out. It just popped out on the radar.
Yeah, this is dropping July 5th, I believe, later on this year after Avengers Endgame.
Yeah. This actually seems like it's like for a trailer to be released this soon. Like normally, I feel like they release it like within like maybe 8 more months until the movie comes out. But I guess it is about 8 months.
I think this actually debuted at a overseas con. I think in Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay.
A month ago.
Yeah. So we're getting to see it now. I think
we're in the U.S.
Yeah, the internet's all seen it. What do y'all think about Far From Home with Mysterio and Spidey?
I gotta say that it's Marvel. They fucked up by having trailers out and basically having their whole what do you call it, like timeline or whatever of movies that are come out, because we basically know that everything that happened in Infinity War
It'd be undone.
is undone. So it's like no surprise now that Spider-Man is going to live somehow. So
Yep.
I think that kind of sucks. So I mean, obviously we all knew as comic book fans that not everybody's going to fucking die, but to know that, for sure Black Panther's not going to die, for sure Spider-Man's not going to die, for sure all these other characters are not going to fucking die, it's disappointing. When you look at the film roadmap. When you look at the film roadmap and then all these trailers that are coming out, it's like, dude, could you kept it in the pocket for a little bit?
Yeah.
I mean, like maybe at the end of fucking, Endgame, put a trailer in there for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
would've
make
been
fucking sense.
dope. Yeah.
Like the post credits have the trailer in there. So
there's been people asking Kevin Feige if this is before Endgame or after. And I don't know what his response was, but I mean, that's plausible. Could squeeze in a little timeline before Endgame.
I've seen
think
some
I have no
not
idea.
credible reports saying this is directly after Endgame.
yeah,
Sure?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they looked official to me, in terms of I thought it was from Marvel tweets or something, but
That confirming the timeline?
yeah, that this is after Endgame.
Yeah, I read the same thing. I mean, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if you look at the trailer, there's clues to say that this is after Endgame. Just because one of the things he does, he goes to the shop of the guy who the sandwich shop guy.
Yeah.
And that guy has a new shop, and for that to be done in a short amount of time, it has to be after Endgame. But then again, there's no panic or hysteria from what happened in Endgame. Half the population was fucking gone. Nobody's people are going on fucking vacation.
Well,
But like they
somebody's
said-
gonna fix everything.
Yeah, like
So
Corona
that's
said,
the
if
problem.
everything's undone, then there's no problem.
So it's almost like it never happened.
Well,
basically, yeah.
One way or another.
But I mean, other than that, I thought that the Mysterio character looked pretty cool. I think that Mysterio is basically going to be like Syndrome. I think that he was the one that's creating all those monsters, and he's going to defeat them to be like a hero, and someone's going to figure it out, and he's going to be the villain.
Yeah.
So that's-
Like a big fake out.
Yeah, that's 100% what I think. Because I mean, he's not a hero.
Yeah, and he was in the trailer, he's using magic, like Mr. Or Doctor Strange. Yeah.
They're really just they're illusions.
Yeah, so I think it'd be interesting to see because with the monsters that he creates or whatever, those are actually other characters too. Because people are saying it's
Elementals?
they're elementals. There's Magma and the Sandman and somebody else that are those characters. So maybe he could be a hero, or maybe not, or maybe it could be all the rude. So it's hard to tell.
He's gonna be a villain. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't see Mysterio being anything else.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they'll play with the concept, in a creative and fun way with the plot, but he's gonna be a villain.
He was a great villain in the Old Man Logan storyline.
Mysterio?
Yeah, he's the one who basically he's the one who started off killing all the heroes.
I forgot about
Because
that.
he tricked Logan into killing all the X-Men.
Yeah.
All of them.
God damn.
So,
I forgot about that. Yeah. I mean, we've never seen him live action, right?
not that I know.
In
of.
any Spidey movies, I don't think.
No.
This also, what was interesting to me is obviously you see Happy in this,
Yeah.
and so
Trying to slide.
with the
May.
It's so weird calling her Aunt May. Marissa Tomei.
Fucking
Auntie
May.
More May.
Auntie Marissa. Happy and no Tony in this one. At
But
least
we
from the
do.
You saw Tony?
No, we get somebody else.
Whomst it
Oh,
is.
who are you talking
We
about?
get Nick Fury.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
of course,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Happy and Tony are always tied to each other.
Yeah.
In every MCU movie we've seen thus far, at least from the trailer, we're not seeing any Tony. I think that was deliberate and on purpose, but, you know.
Somebody listen to podcasts.
Yeah. I mean, come on now.
They were in line where you got on your soapbox and was like,
A lot of us, besides Stitch and Old Ninja, had our issues. But someone did like a super deep dive on the suitcase he's holding, and I think it has the initials for Uncle Ben on there. And they're like, "See, Uncle Ben's in the MCU Spidey." I was like, "Okay." We already did an entire movie where Tony replaced Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's over for that aspect of things. I'm okay with that.
yeah.
But y'all got to let that go when it comes to...
They missed that opportunity.
Yeah, and I don't want to see Uncle Ben die again, but, you know, he's important to who Spider-Man is. You don't get him without him, so that ship has sailed. But we're seeing him in Europe. I've never seen Spidey in Europe in a live action. Have y'all?
That's a trip.
I thought it was cool. You saw like Spider-Man Noir, kind of throwback to Spider-Man Noir in that trailer.
Oh, the black stealth suit?
Yeah, because he leaves a suit behind, and so he has to get a new suit. Like, why the fuck would Spider-Man leave a suit behind, but he's a kid? So also, why would an adult have a kid go fight wars for him? But, you know, whatever.
But we also get a new suit of his, too, that's like a reddish, kind of blackish color as well, with the spider emblem on his back being white, which is kind of cool. And plus it has also the wing suit, or the spider wings or whatever.
Yeah,
the
but we
webby.
saw that in Homecoming, though, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that's right. When he jumped off the building, he did have that. Off the Lincoln Towers? No, not the Lincoln Tower.
One of them.
Lincoln Memorial.
One of them towers.
Yeah, one of them.
One of them DC towers.
The tall one.
He jumped off the Baxter building.
Yeah. Well, we get Genki and MJ as well.
Yes.
Or this.
You mean Ned?
Yeah.
Yeah. Genki.
Now, her name's not Mary J. It's like something else, right? Isn't
Her
like
name's Michelle, but
Yeah.
she goes by MJ.
Yeah.
and he calls her MJ in the trailer.
I don't called her MJ in the first. Well, she preferred to be called MJ at the end.
All my friends call me MJ, and he's like, "Who's your friends?"
I'm a little bit on the fence. I want to see more.
Are they still dating?
Oh, like in real life?
Yeah, weren't they dating in like real life?
I
No
can't keep up
idea.
with all the gossip, but I think so. Maybe.
I remember that they were actually dating in real life.
Probably is smashing her.
She's cute. She's from Oakland.
Yeah.
Another Bay Area native.
Sorry, we're making fun of stupid ass names from comics and shit.
Yeah.
And because Jonathan, I can't pronounce your last name because I'll fuck it up. I think it's Spurl. He was talking about how he was naming the characters that you were talking about for Mysterio, and he said it was what was it? It was Molten Man, Sandman, and Hydra Man. And I said, I love these creative names. Then he goes, Man. and I was talking about my favorite is He-Man. I was like, it's the gayest of all time. And then Kickman, he said, He-Man's going to be rebooted as a transgender league called Her-Man. And I said, nah, it's Man.
Damn. Love that. Those memes are gotten vicious.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Rightfully
yes.
so. I like how basically nobody's really complaining about it.
No.
There's no way you can justify what that person did in a fucking GameStop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because somebody accidentally called you ma'am or sir. I don't give a fuck.
That person got interviewed by the news, and they're all talking about,
Clark?
No, not the clerk, the ma'am. Saying that, we're people too, trying to do this and that. I'm like, yeah, it's great,
We get the people. Act like a person, not a fucking maniac.
Yeah, you tore up a shop.
Yeah.
Making people look bad and shit.
Go ahead.
What was your guys' overall take with the Spider-Man trailer? Like, did you like it, or is like,
I'm trying to figure out
Are
the
you excited?
tone here. I like the setting being different from New York in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But the tone seems odd. And maybe because I'm just anticipating Avengers Endgame really setting the tone for all of the MCU. What y'all do?
I like it wasn't bad. I mean, I like the trailer. So, yeah, I mean, definitely less Iron Man, which is good because he should never be a mentor to fucking anybody.
Yep.
Especially at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe later, even like Riri, he's not really a mentor to her.
Nope.
He's not a really good person. So, and Spider-Man has a way better moral compass than Iron Man. So I'm glad to see him out of the movie. So far.
You know what we need?
Silk.
We do need Ho Silk at some point. I need that movie, goddammit. But the one we really need, Peter Parker's best friend is actually Human Torch.
Oh, yeah,
He's always been Human Torch, and we've never seen that in a live-action movie. They're road dogs, and it would be fun as fuck to actually see them do some buddy shit. Or even Deadpool.
And it'd be great, especially because I think the MCU is getting those rights, right?
Yes,
yeah.
So it'd be good to see him go from like being an Avenger to being in the Fantastic Four, because that happens, or in FF.
Yeah.
And so that'd be really cool. You know, those are great Hickman stories. So
Yes. Yeah, that buddy shit. What'd you think?
For me, for this trailer, like, I'm excited just because Nick Fury's going to be in there, and it makes me think of the Ultimate Spider-Man, which is from like the Disney XD channel, which I think is pretty dope. And to see him like,
Isn't that Doc Ock?
no, in
the comics that's Doc Ock, at least now.
And so in the cartoon on Disney Channel, it's he's part of he's not part of Shield, but he's being trained by like Nick Fury to be the Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yep.
But I think it's cool if like maybe like the third movie they call it Ultimate Spider-Man, and you get to see him actually being like badass Spider-Man and doing all kind of cool shit.
Did you think with the title Far From Home that they would be off-world?
I did. I was mad about that. I thought he would be like in space somewhere, but no, he's going on the fucking.
It'd be funny if he was like in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Far From Home.
Trying to swing from garbage cans.
Yeah.
What'd you think, old ninja?
Pretty much the same. I did think he was going to be off-world and whatnot. I disagree with Blue thinking that they're going to call him, that they should call him Ultimate Spider-Man, because right now that title kind of belongs to Miles Morales.
No, it belongs to Doc Ock.
And Peter Parker.
Superior.
Well, Superior, yeah, Superior
you're right,
Spider-Man.
right. Superior
Yeah,
Spider-Man,
Superior Spider-Man is Doc Ock and Peter Parker's body.
Yeah.
So, and then Ultimate Spider-Man is technically Miles Morales. In fact, I was at the comic shop the other day. It said Ultimate Spider-Man Miles Morales on the trade.
Well, they got Ned in there, so I mean they can just take that name too.
Might as well make him black too.
Damn, he goes blackface.
I'm still just happy about the whole thing of like, it's been a great year and a half for Spidey. You know what I mean? Like, we had a great 18 for him, and hopefully this is a great movie. Knocks it out of the park.
Maybe.
But I want more.
I think they're doing I think they're trying to hold back actually a lot of stuff that could be in Far From Home. I think they want to show us just a little bit and try to keep. I won't be surprised if there's a bunch of surprises, or if we do see some like introductions to their new Fox property.
Well, I think a lot of things have already been filmed. If we're in January,
but you can always add stuff in post.
Maybe
it can be small. It doesn't have to be a full on scene.
I think that Marvel learned from DC not to do that.
Yeah, so that mustache shit with Justice League is still fucking ugly.
Well, no, you can easily do like a little homage to like like
an Easter egg.
Like a little Easter egg to some other character, and have them in there. Put that in last minute or whatnot. Who knows?
Maybe Peter Parker drops acid and then he's Far From Home.
Oh, damn.
But it's interesting. A few YouTube channels out there have been breaking down like all the Easter egg in the trailer, and there's been like a lot of nods to like the first Spider-Man comics. Like there's a scene where Ned's like on a boat taking a selfie, and the boat that's passing by, it says ASM 1001, which I guess is like the first Spider-Man comic book.
Okay.
There's some other nods, but I think it's pretty cool how there's these tiny little Easter eggs in it. It's pretty cool.
That's good shit, man. I'm fucking down. Fun, weird fact, none of the Spidey movies have gone over $1 billion. And I know they want to change that. Like ASAP, especially with some of these other movies.
Oh, yeah.
That's not going to change in this movie.
You don't think so?
No.
No chance?
No.
Ooh.
They already fucked up the Spider-Man name.
Yeah, I mean,
he ain't got big dick energy like fucking Jason Momoa does.
There it is.
Damn.
There it is. I mean, we should get into that a little bit. I mean, he passed the $1 billion mark.
Actually, so I posted a question on Facebook yesterday. Why isn't Jason Momoa getting as much attention from being, a Native American and a Hawaiian American or a Hawaiian, whatever, he's American, as much as Chadwick Boseman did for being Black Panther?
Yep.
And somebody brought something to my attention I didn't fucking know.
Which is?
So apparently Jason Momoa got in trouble in like 2007-ish.
Okay.
For making a rape joke. So I read it and I was like, I guess it was actually
like a tweet.
It was Bunnyman who brought it up, so I'll have to talk to him about it on Black and Yellow.
Okay.
Because I read it and basically what he said was it was during a panel, and I think it was for Game of Thrones.
Oh.
And he said basically he loves doing this fiction stuff because he gets to pillage and then rape beautiful women. and he's like joking, and so I guess he was saying that he's making rape jokes, blah 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 blah. But he did rape Daenerys in the show.
That literally was what his character was kind of known for on that show.
Yeah, I didn't think that he was okay with that in real life. Like, I thought it was just pretending.
Is there a tape of it?
Yeah, there's a quote, definite quote.
But I mean, like a video too? Or?
I don't know about the video. I didn't.
You probably can find it.
Yeah, you probably find it.
Okay, I mean,
he was doing a panel.
I'm not saying
people have fucking panels.
I'm not saying it didn't happen at all.
Well, he definitely said because he apologized about it later on, so he definitely said it. But I was just like, but that's what he did in the movie, or I'm sorry, in the show. So I mean, he's obviously. Well, I would hope he wasn't okay with rape in real life.
Yeah.
So that's not the way it came across to me. But I mean, and he apologized about it for making a joke in poor taste. But yeah, that's what the character did. It's like if somebody asked Dexter, the guy who played Dexter, Michael C. Hall, what do you like about the show? He's like, oh, I like killing women.
Yeah.
And okay, he kills women in the show. So, yeah.
It's a morbid joke. I get it. Yeah. I mean, I don't like going back more than 10 years in general to do this.
Yeah.
If he said something fucked up and he apologized, I'm willing as a fan to say, okay, that was then.
But nobody's really talking about it. It's the first time I ever heard about it.
Yeah, me too. But it definitely was a thing. I had to look it up.
Yeah,
so,
it's crazy.
But he actually, I mean, all of us have seen it, I think, except for Kronos. You're going to see it.
I haven't seen it yet either.
Oh, you have not seen it?
I'll probably go see it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll watch it on Friday.
It's worth seeing. I want to get you guys' reviews maybe next week on it, but
all right.
I thought it was a decent movie, and the money speaks for itself.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad he made all that money, but basically every Jason Momoa movie, he plays himself.
Oh, sure.
So he's not the greatest actor. The guy he's very charismatic. He does his thing, and chicks like the way he looks. So
it works. I mean, the other thing that you can't deny is like Amber Heard worked well. I mean, but y'all will see it for yourself.
My question is, does he have the fucking stupid ass contact stick he does in Justice League?
No, he has a different look.
Okay.
With his eyes.
It was so fucking bad.
I'm trying to remember certain scenes, but yeah, he didn't look like he didn't. Look
in
like
Justice League, you notice it.
Yeah, you notice it in this too. He has like caramel eyes or whatever. I mean, it's not natural.
It didn't quite look the same as Justice League, like with the color palette.
Maybe it's not as bright.
Did he dickmatize you?
Yeah,
Dick is swinging.
Exactly.
Damn.
I wonder if I can name this episode "Dickmatized."
Yeah.
I don't think I can though. I don't think I can.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew, but I mean, like, look, Thor didn't. There's been no Superman movie that's done $1 billion. Like I said, no Spidey, no Guardians, no Wonder Woman. I mean, Batman's done it twice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Batman said it twice on $1 billion.
I certainly did not expect this movie to make that much money.
Me neither, because we were making fun of because the poster had him in like leather pants on the water. People were like joking about that, and then like people were comparing like the opening scene to like Wakanda, like first time they fly into Wakanda and stuff like that. So people were kind of ripping it apart, but I'm glad it's doing well.
I mean, if you look at domestic sales compared to his foreign sales, the foreign sales for Aquaman have drove it past $1 billion.
I'm sorry, can I add one thing on that? I agree with you. It's like a 70-30 split, roughly, but nobody had said a goddamn thing when Infinity War did nearly the identical stuff last year in May. Infinity War did $2 billion, and like 1.6, 1.7 of that was all overseas. So, I mean, percentage-wise, it's almost identical to Aquaman, but again, it's only a dig at Aquaman and never a dig at any MCU movie. I don't like that bullshit. Because people have made that point online, too, and I check them every time.
Yeah, it's like, is overseas views not as good as American views?
Yeah, go with it. Like, explain what that means.
As far as the studio is concerned, money is money, no matter where it comes from. And when they pocket that money, they're the ones laughing to the bank. No matter what anybody says, if they hit those marks, if they hit milestones, they're the ones in the studio cracking up and laying the groundwork for a fucking sequel.
I like to see how much movies cost in different countries. Because I know when I went to Japan, probably maybe 10 years ago, a movie ticket was like about $25-$30 for one fucking person.
Well, it depends on the exchange rates and
well, that's what I'm talking about. Like it came out about about $25 to $30 American money.
That's a lot.
But I mean, but it was worth it though, because you got like nice ass fucking seats. You can order food from your fucking seat.
Did you sit on a body pillow waifu?
No, they didn't have that. I was in my garage or something. But they had like you know, now in the movie theater they have like reclining seats and stuff like that. Japan had this shit long fucking time ago, and they had like couple seats where like there's no armrest in the middle, so both you guys had like the same seat, and then you got to choose your own seat too, which is fucking dope.
Yeah, once I went to Singapore in like 2002. And I went to a movie theater there, and I watched Akira. It got re-released in the theater.
Wow.
And that was the first time I saw where you could actually like pick your seats, and it was like a premium experience. I was like, why the fuck doesn't anybody do this in America? Like, it's so fucking dumb.
And you used to work at a movie theater.
Yeah, I was like you just pick this. Now it's like you do it almost everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like they were serving alcohol. You could buy real food, you know, and that shit took a long time to catch on here in America. A long time.
I'm glad it's starting to be everywhere though now.
Yeah, but getting back to like the foreign sales to like American sales, foreign money is just as good as American money. Like people that are like, oh, it's because it was overseas. Motherfucker, stop being an asshole. Yeah. Like we're all the same species, all right? It's like their value as viewers is no less than our value as viewers. So just get the fuck over that shit. These are probably the same people that watch foreign films of some sort. Like tell me you don't like a fucking kung fu flick. Yeah. You don't hear somebody in Chinese being like, I don't like Americans watching my kung fu flicks. It's fucking stupid.
And every single big budget Hollywood movie always tries to do big numbers overseas. Yeah. Like, especially in China and Korea and everything.
I wonder why, because there's more of them than us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, get the fuck out of here.
No-brainer. You know, so I think Aquaman deserves his props. I cannot wait for you guys to like actually see it, and I'm not trying to overhype it. I did not think it was a perfect movie by any stretch, but I thought it was fun.
So, fun fact: Jason Momoa will be at Silicon Valley Comic Con this summer.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So will Marina Barasian.
Marina Bakarian.
That's her last name.
Deathstroke's girlfriend.
She's awesome.
Deathstroke's lady.
Or Deadpool. Sorry.
Deadpool's lady. I thought she was there last year too. No,
I don't know.
I don't remember. I know the girl from Alter Carbon.
She was there because we saw her. Well, I saw her.
She was there. I went over and like try to like, you know, talk to her manager or whatever, and she was standing there, and my heart was fucking racing. But she's tiny. She's like 5'5", some shit.
Is this the one on our list?
Yeah.
She sat right next to Katie Steckoff.
Nice.
They had their booths right next to each other.
She was fine.
So before we even forget, we are 98% completely done and ready for these Golden Eggplant Awards for y'all.
Just about.
Got a little cleaning up to do a little bit.
Clean up.
Yeah.
But the list is looking solid.
It's ready to fucking be delivered.
Y'all, categories.
We've done like arm wrestled, shouted, and tried to nominate people that, you know, that
flipped over tables.
Yeah. We done to put blood, sweat, and tears for this fucking voting, or survey. So y'all, what are we saying?
Ready?
Maybe Thursday, Friday? You dropping it?
Around then, yeah.
Thursday, Friday.
Wait, should we do it Wednesday so we can count out what the category or what the nominees are?
Yeah, let's put it out there to the world, and then we'll break it down. We're gonna break it down, these winners. You know?
We want to have those weekend numbers.
The weekend boost.
Yeah, we want that weekend.
Let's stick with movies on one more big trailer thing. Didn't we get a teaser for a brand new Ghostbusters?
Oh,
yes. Yeah. We got a teaser trailer that came out today, and it's only like about maybe 39 seconds long or something like that, but it's better than all of the female Ghostbuster movie altogether. It was epic. So if you haven't seen the trailer, you should go check it out. But it's basically just the Ecto-1 abandoned in a barn with a cover over it, and it's just like small little flashing. You hear like the classic Ghostbuster music going, and then like the tarp blows up and you see that it's the Ecto-1. I'm like, yes, it's supposed to come out in 2020. It's gonna be that's next year. Oh god, and it's not Bruce Miller.
This is Jason.
Bill Murray is directing it, isn't it?
No, Jason Rittman, who is the son of Ivan Rittman, who is the original director. Ivan Rittman will be producing. Jason will be directing. So, and they're trying to bring back the original crew, or I guess they already have.
You know what I want to see?
What's that?
This is what I want to see to put to bed, like a personal like thought that I have about Ghostbusters movie. I want them to put Jason Momoa in this movie so I can put to bed whether or not females want to see all female cast or fucking big dick energy. That's what I'm wondering. Because I can guarantee you that more women went to go watch Aquaman rather than Ghostbusters.
Facts. That movie in 2016 fucking flopped. It lost like $50 to $75 million off its production budget. There are still people online arguing and trying to defend it. It didn't have a great IMDb or Rotten Tomato score. It was meh.
It was horrible. I watched it. It was horrible. It was so fucking bad.
Yeah, and this one is going to completely ignore everything that happened in that 2016 version.
Good, because that shit was trash.
Yeah.
I still can't believe what they did with the guy that played
Chris Hemsworth?
No. That I don't want to give a shit about that, but what was that chick's name? The black chick.
Oh, Leslie
Jones?
Yeah, she was nothing from the previews that I saw. She was nothing like the Ernie Hudson character.
Oh, Winston.
Like she was like super fucking, basically a stereotype.
Yep.
Yeah.
A caricature of a black person. And I'm like, I don't want to see that shit in a fucking movie.
Yeah.
I don't. This is fucking, what came out, 2017 or some shit? Or 2018? Yeah, this is like 2016. We don't need to have fucking caricatures of black people on TV or any fucking form of media anymore. Especially given the fact that, the original Ghostbusters came out in like 1980, what?
4, I think?
Yeah.
3, maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
When he was in it, and he gave way more respect for black people in general.
Absolutely.
As a character. You know what I mean? He was a smart guy. He was asking questions. He wasn't some ghetto-ass motherfucker yelling at people all the time and shit.
Yeah. Her comedy irks me. Like, her and, I'm going to just say it, Tiffany Haddish as well. I don't get down with that. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't like
comedy.
Yeah, but it's like, it's kind of trashy for no good reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the same repetitive joke. So it gets old.
I give her credit for her Supreme Leader Kylo Ren skit.
Was that on SNL or something?
No, it was on the MTV Movie Awards.
I missed that one.
It was like the opening monologue thing they did.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Still put your shirt back on.
Yeah, where she's all talking about, are you in the black girls? She's like, yes, I am.
Was Kylo on stage? Or?
So they intercut her with The Last Jedi. So it's basically Kylo's scenes in The Last Jedi and answering her questions. It's fucking great. And then she sees Rey and gets hella jealous. It's hella funny.
Goddamn. Yeah, but I can't wait. I can almost guarantee you, even though there's not a real full trailer out, this one's probably going to do better than 2016.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll shut up all of the fans that were trying to overhype that movie, and even though it fucked.
Well, even if you watch the trailer, like the trailer alone had probably it had more thumbs down than it did thumbs up. Yeah. It was probably like 90-10.
Did they close the fucking comments and shit?
Yeah, I think they did. I think they did close the comments.
It's never a fucking good sign, man. You don't want to hear back from the people who you're making it for.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Speaking of controversies, you want to talk about the Gillette ad?
Yes, set it up, Kronos.
Actually, hold on. You set it up.
Oh, so Gillette did a full 2-minute long advertisement. Gillette is obviously everybody knows the razor blade shaver brand.
The best a man can get.
Yeah, best a man. Everybody knows best a man can get. Gillette, with that little fucking jingle and shit. Their entire ad was focused on Me Too, toxic masculinity, bullying, and abusive behavior, all in men, and demanding accountability and men doing better. We can do better, basically as a PSA. And still trying to sell razor blades. Did I set it up? I mean, yeah, that summarizes it.
Yeah,
basically, it was saying, but they were depicting bad behaviors by males. People, little boys bullying boys, and men saying that just that boys will be boys, just showing men saying that, and then showing a bunch of other just like
bullying going on,
slapping asses,
putting your hand on somebody, like basically mansplaining shit, and like all this stuff that most men really don't fucking do. I haven't seen well, maybe I have. It's pretty fucking rare, and if it does happen in front of me, like I'll say something. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that's not okay, or I'll pull them aside. But it's pretty fucking rare that happens. In my line of work, so this is speaking from my own personal opinion.
There you go.
I don't hang out pieces of shit.
Yeah.
So if it does happen, I'll call them the fuck out and we ain't friends no more. So anyway, this commercial was it pissed me off because for somebody to say, you know, basically be better, it's like, motherfucker, I already am better. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm not these motherfuckers, you know, watching little boys beat up little boys and saying that, you know, or and merely saying, hey, you know, don't do that. Like, you have to explain to them why you don't do that. You have to explain to them why they feel like they have to do that. You know what I mean? Because I think one of the things that people forget about when you're raising little boys are they're going to go through eventually fucking puberty. And if they're having testosterone, they need an outlet. If you just sit there and be like, oh, no, we don't act like that, you know, or something like that, it's like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do with basically all this fucking testosterone? You know what I mean? And I think that they missed an entire message here by focusing on a bunch of negative shit that some men happen to do, and not focusing on positive traits that men do. I think what they could have done is show positive traits that men do, and then focused on that. But instead, they try to take the low route and shit on men. And then I've heard people say, "Oh yeah, it's very bold for Gillette to do that." No, it's fucking not. the male archetype gets shit on every fucking day in media and TV and shit like that in movies. But look at basically the vast majority of male characters that are in any fucking sitcom, any fucking TV show. They're fucking dumb. They're usually overweight. They have serious character flaws. That's like the vast majority of them.
Yep.
And the females are always the ones that are nurturing. They're the ones that are usually smarter than the males, and they're the ones that, you know, keep the family together. And
sorry, just jump in there. Just to kind of point out, in the all-female cast of Ghostbuster, the male character in that was dumb as fucking rocks, and he was just eye candy, and like that just adds to what Kronos is saying.
Yeah, it's total bullshit. And for somebody who wants to argue with me, just do your research. Look at any fucking sitcom right now and see the archetypal man that's on there, and look how fucking weak of a bitch he is, and look how much he's not exhibiting any sort of positive male behavior. There's a few that do have it, but the vast majority it's all negative shit.
I'm gonna jump in here, and I kind of want to piggyback on what you were saying, Kronos. For me, I don't like, and I have to be real careful here because people always misconstrue my words, but masculinity and abusive behavior are two separate, distinct, different things. One has nothing to do with the other. And so I don't like the association of even the word or concept of masculinity with or femininity with negative traits that we all agree are evil and fucked up. That gets me going and makes me more defensive, and I will tune out your message. If it was a PSA against domestic violence, against rape, against bullying, I've seen all those, and I've never had a problem with any of those. Those are great. Against anti-Semitism, against racism, I don't mind PSAs one bit, even corporate-sponsored PSAs. But you don't associate masculinity, for me, with any abusive shit, because men, we do... Some of us have negative traits. There's no doubt about it. But some people have negative traits. There's nothing masculine about backhanding some woman or raping somebody or slapping somebody on the ass that didn't want it. There's nothing masculine about that.
No.
I don't like that being confused. And the message and tone from this was that this is always happening and this has always been masculine.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Do not associate the two with me if you want to send a message home.
And yeah, I even had somebody question me and say, like, do you think that nurturing is a masculine trait? I'm like, yes, it's always been a masculine trait. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Who taught you how to play baseball?
Yeah.
Who taught you how to shave? Who taught you how to tie a tie?
Yeah.
You never heard of any of those things with a male?
Yeah, it's so fucking dumb. It's like these people like that. It's like, was your dad a piece of shit?
Yeah. But you know what?
I mean, seriously.
If we really boil this down, and I think you touched on something, a lot of people have father issues and they don't like their old man or whatever for whatever reason, and they project a lot of that on a lot of all men.
And therein lies the problem. Like, I've had, my upbringing, I had to deal with a lot of fucking abuse, but I do not project the negative qualities of my mother onto other women, because that's my mom. She has her own issues. I have my own issues. You have your own issues. Everybody has their own issues. And for somebody, just because somebody raised you in a way that you didn't like, doesn't mean you project all of your issues on all that certain type of person. Like all women or all men. That makes you kind of fucking dumb. Like you're simple-minded,
sexist or racist, or lumping people together in big groups that have nothing in common other than what's in their pants or the color of their skin or whatever.
Yeah, and kind of jumping in with my point for this commercial. One thing is that like this commercial almost act like women don't do the similar shit.
Yeah,
like women, like when kids can be in the backyard fighting. There was women in that commercial, and they didn't stop anything. Like they just sat there, did nothing at all.
Actually, no, they were very direct in showing no women in that scene. The only woman that was in that entire commercial was the woman that was protecting her son from the other kids, being nurturing.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
There's another woman, as these guys were quote unquote catcalling.
Slapping at you like that. But there's
But like that's saying like women say, oh, boys will be boys as well. Like I've heard family members say that all the fucking time growing up as a kid. Aunties,
grandma.
even like at schools, like some teachers would say that like, oh, boys will be boys and stuff like that. But a lot of the stuff that they show is like stuff that's popular in the media. Like, they even show they show TV shows and commercials of guys like being certain ways, but that's like how the media portray man. Like you see like old school shows, you see like dad might slap the mom in the ass or something like that, but like that's not how real life is. Like the media has really made us think differently.
Dad should smack mom in the ass. That's when it's acceptable.
But I mean, in this commercial, he was like googling the maid or something.
Yeah.
But then like what else was there? Like the scenes with like the dad like grabbing his son and going to stop like the kid from being bullied. Or there was one with the text messages. Like girls text message hateful stuff to other boys and the girls too, and like there's been people committing suicide over that too.
Bullying is a and I got a kid in elementary school. It's a universal problem with boys and girls. Sometimes, not all the time, hear me out. Sometimes even worse with the girls in the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, 9th grade years, where we all heard of Mean Girls, right? Mm-hmm. Where they're so mean to each other that one girl does something like cutting herself for self-harm and whatnot. That's a big thing. Again, nothing to do with masculine, nothing to do with penises or vaginas. It's bullying being a problem. You do a PSA on that, everybody's going to get on board. Yeah, fuck bullying. We should all, try to eliminate that.
Yeah.
But just boy-on-boy bullying? That's the only problem? Any elementary school principal is going to tell you, what the fuck are you talking about?
And like this they try to have a message in there saying like, oh man should be better, but it wasn't like there. Like they didn't show like, they only showed like the dad stopping the guy from bullying, and the other guy stopping the guy from going to so the guy saw a girl and thought she was attractive and he was gonna go like talk to her. Like he didn't catcall, but he was like, damn, and his friend's like, nope. But it's like the guy was attracted to the girl, like he could have walked over there and been like polite to her.
Can I be real with you? Catcalling is not illegal. If you see someone who is attractive, male or female, on the street, not in work, and you say, hey shawty, blah 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 blah, or you go to a pickup bar, a singles bar, none of that is illegal. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, at least got to be respectful with it.
You should be respectful.
Yeah,
I'm not
respectful. You'd be like, hey, bitch, I want to lick your titty.
Yeah, don't do that, but I'm just saying it's not illegal.
I'll grab you by your pussy.
Prodigy, catcalling is not illegal, but neither are your nasty ass memes.
In that respect, throwing you in jail.
If you can post that kind of shit, these dudes can holler too. Doesn't mean that it's right though. It just means that it can be fucked up. It doesn't mean it's not illegal.
I wish they'd have had a commercial showing like all the positive things that men have done.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
I will say what I took away from the commercial.
Go ahead.
I will say, yes, we can be better as a people because we are not perfect. And we as a people need to do better overall, not just men, women as well. And I felt as if this commercial labeled things as bullying as being a male only problem, as if men are the cause of bullying, which is definitely not true. And I feel like if they were trying to convey that, they did that in a very poor manner.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that this type of like way that things are, the way that things have gotten shitty seems to be like because of toxic masculinity, which seems to deny that there's no such thing as toxic femininity, which is not true. As the rest of you discussed, I have seen very young girls bully other girls about
and boys
eyebrows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
About eyebrows, about either they're too long, too bushy, unibrow. It'll be a group of girls versus one girl, enough to make them cry. And that is not a masculinity thing. That is, you know, specific to usually women. Like, boys usually don't make fun of each other based on eyebrows, but the girls do. The girls will...
My eyebrows are on fleek. Fuck y'all.
Other young girls, they will bully each other based on who had their period first versus who had their period last versus who had boobs first, who had boobs last.
How does old ninja know about...
These things...
Hang out with R. Kelly.
Damn, I'd be in jail if that was the case. I've been in a scapegoat.
Tell me more about junior high school girls.
These things are universal on the playground. The bullying is not however many genders you want to say specific. It is something that occurs within human nature, and we just need to be aware of it and teach our children how to deal with it. We also need to teach some men as well as women how to deal with their channels of aggression. And I personally feel like I think the first half of the commercial was attacking masculinity as if all of it was bad, which I think was a bad way for them to come across. And yes, as a species, we can do better, which is very true. But just men in general, I think that was kind of a slap and a poor message delivered. I know they were trying to deliver a message, but I think it could have been conveyed in a different way.
I like what Cake Man in the chat room said. He says, I think the commercial is pandering to women to make money. Because they do make women's razors.
They do.
Yeah, but let's be honest here, though. In 2019...
it's 2019?
Gillette is like barely even relevant at this point because Dollar Shave Club then fucked them all up.
You know I switched today.
Oh, you switched today?
I don't know why I waited. You told me about it years ago, Kronos.
Fucking greatest
I
shit
should have fucking done it. It was like, this is not an ad for them, but it was like $5. It took me less than 60 seconds. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking do this. It motivated me to go to Dollar Shave Club.
And I'm not about like boycott a company, but Dollar Shave Club is way fucking better. I'm just saying. I did that shit fucking years ago.
Well, I know that right now there's a bunch of there's other men out there that felt this commercial wasn't in good taste toward masculinity.
Oh, yeah.
Like, people are boycotting it.
There's backlash. There's backlash because of this. And I think they conveyed their message poorly. I understand what they were trying to do, but when you watch it as a whole, it comes off very bad.
Can I say this real quickly? I love the discussion about this. I really do. But we got to be fair on one quick thing. When men are discussing what masculinity is or is not and whatnot, that's all fair and in bounds and whatnot. Usually, I don't comment on what femininity is or is not. I don't know about y'all. Y'all speak up if you do ever.
I'm sorry, say again?
Do you comment at all with women about what femininity is or is not, or what's in bounds with femininity?
No.
I usually stay in my fucking lane and don't do that shit.
I like, you turn.
Yeah, I veer away from that shit.
It's odd to me. I've seen some of the most vocal support from women commenting about what is and is not masculinity, and something about that conversation doesn't quite sit right to me because I would never tell them.
Yeah.
I'm putting that out there.
That's on you, but I usually stay away. Like, if they're discussing whatever, I'm gone.
Like, whatever. I do the same thing.
But I don't even stay to even eavesdrop or nothing. Like, they can say whatever they need to, whatever they want, get it off their chest, but I'm controllers up or watching the game or something. I'm just not.
I'm trying to get this KD ratio up.
I'm just not. Like, it's up to them to decide how they view their femininity and how they want to raise their daughters.
Like, Gillette could have showed some positive masculinity things. They could have showed with, like, they could have showed like firefighters, like pigeon, or even police officer or
shit, football.
Actually, no, I would say more firefighters. There's more male firefighters than females, but you can see like males like run into buildings trying to save people's life, or you can see like a YouTube video of a dad's like doing his daughter's hair and like fucking it up, but he's like still sitting there trying.
That shit is hard.
Yeah. But like, there's different avenues they could have showed of positive or man being like nurturing or whatever.
I mean, when you look at commercials for females that are like, you know, uplifting commercials, like positive commercials. Like look how different they are written. Like look at the one one of the more recent ones that I can remember is the one about Fight Like a Girl. And that one is super positive for women. It's super uplifting. They
What was the product? I can't remember.
I don't even know.
No,
shit.
it was for Dove.
Oh, was it Dove?
It was sponsored by Dove, I think.
But it was super positive. You know what I mean? They're basically just saying how, you know, this is how girls are. You don't just do things like a girl. You do it like, you know, anybody. You know what I mean? Very positive. They didn't start the video by shitting all over little girls.
Nope.
You know, or shitting on women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By saying how, you know, basically how they can't do these things. I mean, they kind of did, but it wasn't like in the same way that Gillette did. Like basically making it seem like all men are this way and that they need to change to be better. You know what I mean? Like the wording and like the way that they make things more positive for women would be nice to show that to boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of showing boys that basically men are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have these toxic traits in you. It's going to come out sometime. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Like, a little boy is a little boy. He's very impressionable.
Yes.
And you need to show that there's positive traits to being a male.
I'd like to see like a mom or somebody who's thinking that this ad was great. I would like to see them show it to like their kids and get their like their young sons and get their take on it, because you know the moms probably see it one way, but the kids probably see it like a totally different way.
Yeah. Can I ask you a quick, like, this is kind of related but kind of not. How many of you in elementary school had more than like one or two male teachers?
I had some when I was younger.
I had a couple.
I had a few. In elementary school, I remember having like very few.
Yeah, I had a few.
Well,
But like now,
you went to like a...
I did go to a private school, yeah.
But yeah, now it's different because like when I was doing school photography, when I would go to elementary school, it was mainly females. It wasn't until like you get to high school where you start getting male teachers. Like there was one school I photographed at, and there was a male kindergarten teacher.
Wow,
and I
that's
was like,
rare.
Whoa! I was like, what? And the kids loved him. They loved him to death. But I was like, wow! Like this is like the first male kindergarten teacher I've seen being a photographer.
I'm fully in support of that.
Oh yeah.
But it's like I just know that there's some kids who don't have a father, obviously, and then some that also don't see even a male teacher until maybe junior high or later in elementary school. And I think that as many positive male role models is a good thing. I know that seems controversial to some people.
Yeah.
But positive male role models are a good thing. I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
A lot of things are changing for men too. Like it's cool to see like a male nurse or like a male stewardess or something like that. Like it's the norm now.
At the same time, though, those are also their career choices.
Yeah.
And traditionally, there's certain things that men are going to want to do in general that females are not going to want to do, and vice versa.
Yep.
And so for people not to understand that, that's actually where the wage gap comes in. That's the main reason why there's a wage gap.
Yeah.
Is because most women, and this is backed up by a whole shitload of research. So I'm not talking on my ass.
Nope.
Is that women are more geared towards careers that pay less, and men are geared towards more dangerous jobs that pay more.
In general, that's
in general.
Yeah.
There's no arguing that shit.
Yeah. And it is what it is in a lot of ways. But the great thing about being 2019, if you are a woman who wants to be a firefighter, you certainly can. If you are a dude who wants to be a male kindergarten teacher, you can. There's no like barrier saying you fucking can't. But yeah.
And like you can't. A lot of this, like lately in the news, we've been seeing this a fucking lot. Is these female teachers having sex with their students, their male students? Which you think?
No. Get the phrasing right. Raping them, because that's what you would say with a male teacher on a girl.
That is true. And like it's mind-boggling to me. It's like, wow, like you think like females are this nurturing, caring type, but they're
some are rapists.
Yeah.
How about that?
Some of them are getting passes because they look bad. Well, I mean, some of them are bad, but they were still like there's one case I think it was 2 years ago where the teacher had like a ring of middle school kids, and she had them on. They had to add her on Instagram, and she would send them like nudes of her. And one of the dads is like, "Who is this why do you have this on your phone?
This
He's like,
grown
it's
woman.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, it's my teacher, and he's like, what? And they're like, yeah. He had to interrogate his son to find out that she was having sex with him, and then he found out that she was having sex with his friends,
raping,
and the dad went off the chain, took it to the school.
Good.
And then like she ended up getting locked up, but still, like, she was threatening their grades.
I know,
sex.
it's fucked up. I will say this
that's
too.
Bad.
I got a son and a daughter, and some people aren't gonna like this, but I'll put it out there in general, not all the time. In general, you don't treat every single person the exact same way in every situation.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes my daughter does something that it was the exact same thing as my son did, even when he was a little bit younger. I don't treat her exactly the same. Sometimes there is a little bit of a halo effect on my treatment of my daughter. And sometimes there's a halo effect on how I interact with a woman and say certain things versus how I would say it with one of you guys.
So she says she wants to shit on your carpet.
Oh, you know it.
So you called her ma'am, right?
Damn. I mean, in today's world, yeah, you could have a transgendered teacher, so it's technically.
I mean, yeah, you could.
Yeah,
God damn it. I love these.
Yeah, I bet you go to all of them teacher meetings, don't you?
Oh, food.
Since I'm gonna take the wheel here. So
ahead.
since we're talking about like male masculinity and stuff like that, have you guys heard of the show called You on Netflix?
No,
I heard about it.
I've heard about
it.
it.
Tell me about
Dude,
it.
this show
I heard it's disturbing.
it's very fucking disturbing, but it's really fucking good. It's almost like a rom-com, but not really.
Ooh.
What?
So it's about a guy. I'm trying not to spoil too much or anything at all.
Movie
so it's
or
about,
series, though?
It's a series, TV series, and there's gonna be a season 2.
Ooh.
But so there's a guy. This girl comes into his bookstore and he like kind of gets a crush on her. He starts stalking her from the get-go. He like finds out where she lives, her Facebook page, where she works, all this shit. And he's just constantly stalking her, and like some shit starts to go down. He feels like he's got to be like her guardian. So he starts like kind of taking people out for her, but she doesn't know about it. But then like other crazy shit start happening, and like they kind of interact with each other. It's fucking nuts. You got this psycho guy. You got this girl who fucks around like she's fucking like, because she's on Tinder, so she's like fucking like random dudes and stuff too. There's like one of his neighbors is a female she's a single mom with a son, and she has a boyfriend who's like beating on her, and he's like trying to protect him or protect like the family. Dude, this show's fucking dark as fuck, but it's crazy because this guy's he's a fucking stalker, serial killer, but you root for him. You're like,
whoa,
wait, this guy, he's got a it's almost like Dexter.
I was about to say, I haven't seen Dexter, but it sounds like the premise.
He's not killing criminals. He's like killing people so he can get the girl, which is like crazy. But you end up rooting for this fucking guy, which is fucking weird because he's killing people, which is crazy. But he doesn't kill that many people. But it's an interesting story. It's definitely like a romantic show.
Don't sound romantic to me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the dude's like in love with her, and he's like almost like a Prince Charming, but there's like a dark side. Dude, it's really fucking.
How many episodes are we talking about?
There's 12. I want to say 13 episodes.
Damn.
No, 10. I think there might be 10.
30 minute each, or?
No, an hour. About 45 minutes.
All right.
Damn, is there tentacles or not?
There's no tentacles, but like the guy, like he just seems like the person they cast for the role. His name is Joe, just average Joe looking dude, and like whoever they chose for that role, they did a good job because he like carries that role. It's I say you should watch it. If you don't like the first episode, at least give it like 3 episodes, and it gets better and better.
Good shit.
So yeah, definitely check it out. It's You on Netflix.
That sounds like anal.
Oh shit!
Keep going.
Doing it.
It came out in December of last year, so it's still fairly new.
So last month.
Yeah, it's the last one. Last year, man, what you talking about? It was a year ago.
God dang. Should we talk about some big gaming news?
Yeah, go ahead.
So as of yesterday or 2 days ago, the big studio Bungie separates from big studio / publisher Activision.
Wow.
So Bungie has emancipated itself. They get full control over Destiny after this split. So a lot of industry pundits, a lot of industry developers have been praising Bungie, basically getting out from under Activision's thumb. They can make the game that they want. They can develop Destiny the way they want, take out whatever kind of like overhead Activision was getting, because Activision wanted money. and they were really about.
So does Bungie.
So does Bungie, but Activision was all about microtransactions. They were trying to figure out their own way. There was also other creative differences. Now that Bungie's released, now they have also control of Destiny, but as well as be able to work on a new IP, which they haven't really talked about.
What prevented them from working on a new IP before?
Their contract with Activision.
Oh, wow.
Activision wanted Destiny, and more Destiny.
They want to be able to make nonsensical storylines on their own again.
God damn.
Sitting on it. I love it.
It's true. Nobody can argue that shit with me.
I mean, look, I can't defend the Halo storyline. I can't.
I can't even defend the fucking Destiny storyline.
Yeah, it was a little convoluted.
It's a little better, but not by much.
Yeah.
What other game titles does Bungie have under them?
They have something from way back that I can't even remember.
These are the more recent ones.
Yeah, I mean the big one was Halo and Destiny.
I got my fingers crossed. I want Destiny to be a phenomenon, big shit.
I want Bungie to make their own IP. Like they could, as far as I'm concerned, they could abandon Destiny and start something else, and I would be okay with it.
Ooh,
as long as they have full creative control.
They've invested hundreds of millions of dollars.
I'm aware, but I mean, there's been a lot of shit. Like Cronus was talking about, there's like a fucking money pit. Like you get your DLC, then another DLC. Now they're asking for a season pass.
I'm not defending any of that. You're right.
And then these are things that Activision wanted, like more money, more shit.
Yeah, the first Destiny, I think it was with all the DLC was over $120.
Yeah.
So that's,
and this one's adding up too.
Yeah, especially when like the first one, the main campaign lasted 8 hours. And that was for $60 fucking game.
Yep.
8-hour campaign.
I think it was. I feel like I finished it in a shorter amount.
Oh yeah, I think I did too. But it's just like, dude, you can't have a AAA title paying $60 for a motherfucker and you have 8 hours of storyline.
Literally no more cutscenes or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the in-game content. I mean, you could do, but it became repetitive very, very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
At least with Destiny 2, it felt like a full campaign, and there was enough in-game content to keep it going. And then they dropped more stuff on you, which was fine by me.
That you had to pay for.
No, there was not
some you had to pay for.
Some you did, yes. But at the time of its release, its first initial drop was free shit up until they dropped their first DLC. But that was enough to get people, like if you had to grind, like seriously grind, to get to the end where you felt bored. That's like playing every fucking day for hours.
I think the best you could say for Destiny is, depending on who you ask, it's kind of a mixed bag.
I mean, look, I'll compare Destiny with another title, right, that has a single player and a multiplayer.
Okay.
I'll compare it to Red Dead Redemption 2. Or
I thought you were going to say
GTA 5.
I thought you were going to say Warframe.
Warframe is fucking free.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
but
that
isn't
example.
the style kind of the same, like a RPG space?
No. Well, sort of, yeah. It sort of is, but I'm not going to compare it to a free game. It's not fair. I'm going to compare it to another AAA title. Warframe's not a AAA title. It's a great game, not a AAA title.
That's weird. I've heard a lot of people compare Warframe to actually being at least a AA title.
Well, it's not a AAA title, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right.
What kind of batteries are you using though?
Oh damn. AAA.
Look at Red Dead Redemption 2. The amount of gameplay content in there vastly surpasses Destiny.
Agreed.
With no paid-for DLC, very little microtransactions. Actually, basically none. All their microtransactions were to basically get shit done faster. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Or cosmetic shit wasn't really a big deal. Same thing with GTA 5. Hours and hours of gameplay of single player, then way more of that on single player, and they're still making money off of that shit.
We all, and I remember going back a few years on this cast, we all thought that Destiny 2 was going to solve more of these problems that the community had with Destiny 1. And it seems like, depending on who you ask, like I said, it's kind of a mixed bag. And I play the shit out of Destiny 2. I enjoy it, but I shit play it. I don't pay attention to a goddamn thing.
Yeah, well, there's no need to, because none of that shit makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just like, light level went up. Okay, I got a cool new helmet.
Yeah,
Fuck out of here with all the other stuff.
Like that, I'm getting exotics.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I gotta wait till midnight to go talk to some dark dude in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Get your drugs.
Yeah. You got them dark crystals, bro?
You know he's the plug on that game. Yeah.
It's funny because he's there for like 4 or 5 days. You don't have to wait till midnight. If
You used to have to. He's only there on like a certain day or
he was there there Friday, Saturday, and then he's gone Sunday night. But now he's there like Thursday to fucking Monday sometimes.
But I'm gonna say this though, there is no excuse at all with whenever the fuck Destiny 3 drops for them to actually make this a much more comprehensive, fan-friendly, critic-friendly, amazing MMO shooter space shit. Like they need to knock it out of the fucking park. I hope they do. I got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's a really weird time in just like gaming and media in general. It's like they're getting away with a lot of bullshit with gaming right now. Like if you look at what was it, Star Citizen? That game, like that.
Fuck, I want that game.
That's total bullshit. Like that game's never gonna. If you want that game, I think it's a PC only game. So.
It is a PC only game, and they released like a section of the game early.
Only for certain people though.
Yeah, but it's not even called Star Citizen. It's called something else. It's called like Space Force or some bullshit.
They just basically stole a bunch of money. That shit's vaporware in my opinion.
Fallout 76.
Yeah, Fallout 76 trash. There's a bunch of AAA titles that have just gone to trash. I mean, look at what the last Mass Effect.
Yep.
And when it first came out, it was trash. You know, they fixed it, but when it first came out, it was trash.
I'm nervous as fuck, and I haven't played any beta or alpha, whatever.
For Anthem?
For Anthem.
Yeah.
I'm really nervous. I'm a little bit nervous, not as much so, but even for the Division 2.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But that has an alpha coming out, I think, pretty soon.
Next month. Next month is the beta.
I don't want any games to fail. I really fucking don't. But, you know, big titles from big publishers and big developers, I want them to fucking knock it out of the park. You know what we all expect.
But, I mean, you know, last year was a great year for gaming. They had a lot of really solid titles with basically no real issues. You know what I mean? God of War, perfect game. Perfect fucking game. And people always want to talk about, oh, you know, single player is dead. No, it's fucking not.
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
Never was.
Red Dead Redemption 2, basically a perfect game.
Oh, even Horizon Zero Dawn, single player.
That was 2017, but
still.
Basically, perfect fucking game. It was great. There's a lot of games out there that are really good.
Did you ever go back and get I'm sorry to interrupt, but did you ever go back and get Assassin's Creed to work for you?
No, I bought the PS4 Pro and it's still broken.
What the fuck?
Same exact issues.
Okay.
Same exact issues. I'm in the obviously I'm in the minority because I posted about it on IGN's review.
Yeah.
And people were like, I never got that issue. I'm like, dude,
that's so
like
weird.
this is I have videos of this shit.
Yeah. You brought the receipts on this show. Yeah. I remember.
I have the same issues on the PS4 Pro. So
that's weird. Sorry.
For me, that was an issue. For a lot of folks, it wasn't. But I think that a lot of these game publishers, they're on timetables that are unrealistic, and they're being forced to push out games on a fucked up schedule.
Yeah.
And I think that when games have the time to actually take the time to make a quality product, it comes out well. That's why I liked God of War. They took the time to make that game complete. They didn't announce it until it was basically almost fucking done. I expect the same when Death Stranding comes out. You notice how you haven't heard a release date about Death Stranding yet? I wouldn't be surprised if it's on the next fucking generation of consoles.
Yeah, it could be on PS5.
Yeah.
And even Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, same deal.
Taking its time.
Yeah, but that's been in development for a while. I had no idea until basically they debuted it, and it's like I don't even know what percentage what it was at in development, but it looked pretty polished off. It looks like they just needed to fix a few things and maybe, I guess, fix some story threads, but it looks like it was a pretty decent alpha.
But why is there all of a sudden a rush to make games now?
I don't know, but according to what Cronus was talking about, part of this reason is why this Star Wars game got canceled by EA, because they basically we're trying to rush this title out by 2020 or whatever.
Which one was this?
So this is an open world game. This had Amy Hennig on it when she was working with Visceral. But when Visceral got dissolved and they moved it to EA Vancouver, they were thinking about it on track and they changed what it was going to be. And then when the execs came in and then they're like, hey, this is our timetable. They're like, well, this isn't exactly what we wanted, because apparently some people were saying, according to Kotaku, that they either wanted it out before the next generation of consoles or they're going to push it back to the next generation of consoles and then focus on something they can get out quick. And I'm like, yeah, you do that, it's not going to be good. Yeah. It's just going to be shit. Like, you can take probably the framework of what they're working on, scale it down, but it's probably people are going to notice. They're going to notice that it's going to feel rushed, and it's probably not going to function the way it should.
Shit.
But I mean, I know Respawn's been working on their Jedi Fallen Order. That might be good. It might be like a quick run and slash type thing. I don't even know. Nobody's seen it yet. But, you know, open world games, those require time, you know, and we'll see. Maybe we'll see something on the next console, but...
So Game Rant has it marked down for Red Dead Redemption 2 required 8 years for them to develop the game, and a massive team.
Over 100 people.
God of War was 5, right?
Yeah, it's a long time. But this shit paid off, you know?
Good games are good games.
Like, literally, they were working on, what, Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead? Kind of at the same time, like
wow, I think you're right.
Towards the end of GTA 5, they were ramping up Red Dead.
Damn, that puts it in perspective.
Yeah, and it's just like everybody loved the Spider-Man game, right? But there's a reason why nobody puts it in real contention for Game of the Year.
I thought it was got nominated.
Yeah, it got nominated, but everybody knew that it was down to Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War.
Oh, well.
I agree. I'm just saying that's still contention if you're nominated.
But it's for a reason. It's because, like, the way they crafted that game, they basically just took components out of other games and they put it in the game.
You're absolutely right. I'm not saying...
But the game worked.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was far from a shitty game.
No, it definitely wasn't a shitty game.
But yeah, I think it was memorable, you know, and we all love the story
fun.
too.
Yeah.
You know, but I agree. I think it was mostly God of War and
Red Dead.
Probably again, I'm not deep enough into Red Dead. I'm trying to let it get its hooks in me. But,
Really?
but we'll see.
I mean,
actually, Blue, did you get it?
No, fucking goddamn Amazon lost my goddamn package. I never got it. And I was gonna order it again, but then I found out that another game comes out this Friday, so I'll decide.
What's dropping this Friday?
Ace Combat 7.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite fucking franchise. It drops this Friday, so I purchased that instead.
Right on.
I'm being a real weebo. I'm gonna dip my fucking toe. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. We'll see. I actually pre-ordered Kingdom Hearts.
Wow.
So that's probably for too. That game got announced in 1976.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, I'm gonna see how I probably will play it like with my kids and my daughter that kind of wants to see the Disney characters and all that. You know what I mean? So we'll fucking see. I don't know. It may be shit.
Speaking of gaming stuff, I got a really cool game that's great for couples.
Ooh.
I got a game called Overcooked 2.
Oh, I heard of that one. How is it?
It's like a cooking game where you and like another player in the same room, or you can do it online too, but it's better in the same room. Okay. Because you need to be able to fucking talk. Okay. Where you basically work in a restaurant in the kitchen, and you have to make food for like guests. Okay. You have to it's super teamwork. If you don't talk, you're gonna fucking lose in this game.
Like chopping up carrots.
Yeah, somebody's got to chop up carrots. Somebody's got to make buns. Somebody's got to cook. Somebody's got to chop the meat, then cook the meat, and then put it all together and all that shit, and then get it out. And then when the dishes come back, you got to wash the dishes and like do all that shit. So
you're doing housework and cooking?
Yeah, but it's like
working at a restaurant.
It's so much fucking fun. Cool. It's so much fun. So if you have a significant other, or if you want to play with like a bunch of dudes or girls or whatever, it's still fun to play with somebody else. Okay. Same screen multiplayer, which is something that I know me and you don't agree with, but in this one, it works very I couldn't imagine doing this online. Okay. I really couldn't. Even though they have it online, but I'd much rather have it do it in person.
Face to face.
Right when I first played it, I was like, Matt pre-recorded live would fucking crush this shit.
Oh yeah, he is a chef.
And so he said, yeah, he got one of them, and he said, he played it before, and he's like, yeah, we fucking ruled that game.
Nice. So yeah. I'm picturing you. You tell me if I'm wrong. Like top-down kind of puzzle-y?
Yeah, it's top-down. I'll show you.
What it looks like. Because it can't be a platformer, and I know it's not a fucking shooter or adventure game.
Adventure time.
Yeah, he's looking it up on the screen. That's why there's dead air.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna pull it up and I'll put it on the screen. Okay. I'll show this down.
Oh, fucking ad.
Yeah, goddamn ads.
I know for VR there's a game, what's it called? Job Simulator, and you can be like a chef in that, but that's more comical than it is like actually fucking cooking.
Well, this is kind of fun too because you got to throw shit around. So, yeah, this is the
top down, yeah,
the gameplay. So this is basically just like going to a level.
Super it's like colorful. An indie game.
Yeah.
This is like Fortnite.
I don't know if it probably is considered indie, but so when you start playing,
this looks like Fortnite.
Well, it's on a Switch or the PS4.
It's on the PS4. It's on the Switch too.
Okay, multi-platform.
But for a Switch online component, there's no voice chat, which is you cannot fucking play this game without talking to somebody. Yeah. Like you're gonna fucking lose 100% of the time. So it shows you like how to make. It tells you what you need to make. So this is 4 people playing at once.
Those look like the Weibo kind of characters.
So see, everybody's got to like. They got to pick up like rice, fish, and like the seaweed wrapper, and so you got to put it all together. So you have to cook the rice. The other person's got to slice the fish. The other person's got to put the wrapper down. Then they have to pick up the plate and serve it. And then once they're done serving it, the plate comes back. You got to fucking wash it and shit like that.
Super cartoony looking, but that's fine. Yeah,
it looks fun.
But it's super fun to fucking play.
You got your names at the bottom, a timer. Yeah.
That's
cool.
And like the better you do, obviously, the more stars you get and shit like that. So.
Can you like burn shit?
Yeah, you can burn it and then you have to throw it away. And then there's times where something else happens where it's fucked up.
So this is probably a great breath of fresh air after playing Red Dead Redemption for 200 hours.
Yeah. So me and Kim, we played it for like every night for like 3 or 4 nights.
So then you got like people walking through your kitchen and shit. Like, come on, dude.
Oh, and they have some
like way.
shit. Like they'll put like fucked up shit in the on the level. Like shit will move around you, or like you'll be on like in the air and shit, and like you can't get to
no gravity.
Yeah, you can't get to certain areas of the fucking kitchen.
That's cool.
While it's moving around. So yeah, it's like you got to be really strategic about
something like a cooking show.
This looks like a mini
Master
game.
Chef.
Looks like a mini game from Mario Party.
I heard on the puzzle. Did anybody actually play this new Tetris as well?
There's a new Tetris.
The VR one.
Tetris.
I thought it was on PS4 too, like regular PS4. Like Tetris Effect or Tetris?
Yeah, I thought it was VR.
Maybe it's both. Maybe I'm tripping.
No idea.
Anyway, I haven't played it yet, but I've heard good things from a puzzle game standpoint.
What?
We will fucking see. We got to talk. Speaking of food.
Oh no, it's not. Okay, there is a VR version though.
Okay.
But yeah, it looked pretty cool. It was like a throwback. It was just like how the Pac-Man came back.
Yeah.
That was
I love that.
looking.
Pac-Man like 249 or something like that.
Yeah. So this is what he probably was talking about.
Yeah.
Actually, I think this is this in VR.
It could be in both.
I know it is in VR.
Okay.
So,
yeah. It's probably
That's gonna be
it looks fun
trippy in
man.
VR.
I love fucking good old school Tetris.
Tetris is good.
But on the food front.
Did you wait to kind of stay on the topic of Tetris? Do you know that the creator of Tetris, this guy should be a billionaire, but he's broke?
Oh yeah, USSR.
Yeah.
Russia.
I mean, like they didn't play. You know. Same with the guy who made the AK-47. He ain't a billionaire, even though that's used all over the world. You know. So yeah, collective shit. On food, McDonald's by candlelight.
Oh my
Silver platter.
Oh man.
Fancy ass plates.
Yeah.
Silver fucking platter.
Who want to set it up? Go ahead. I can't.
I don't even know where to begin.
I'll talk about it.
Go ahead.
So apparently the Clemson Tigers, right?
Yeah.
I don't watch college anything.
Clemson Tigers.
They won a national
football team, right?
championship.
Yeah, they're
college football.
And so the president invited them to the White House.
Quickly, because that game was like last week.
Yeah, so
It was here in the Bay.
Oh yeah, it was at Levi Stadium, right?
Levi Stadium.
So the whole team went, and the president thought it was a good idea to serve them various fast foods, saying that it's the greatest American food ever.
What the fuck?
His words, not fucking mine.
He served food from Burger King, McDonald's, and Wendy's.
I thought it was
He was
because of the
too.
government shutdown.
I am
They
pizza.
said that he couldn't serve like their normal.
Nah, that's what
stuff.
people are saying.
That's what he said. He said because
Okay.
and he actually politicized the whole thing. He said it was because of the government shutdown, and he said
he did?
Republicans have been steadfast, and he said we need to get the border wall built. That's literally what he said in the same breath of him explaining why they were getting fast food.
What the fuck?
And if somebody doesn't believe me on this, you can look it up. It's on fucking video.
Yep.
It came out of his goddamn mouth. So, like he politicized that whole thing when it was just about somebody visiting the White House. And so I complain that you shouldn't be serving somebody fast food in the White House that's a guest in the White House. And then people were all up in arms saying that, oh, well, they got invited, it's not a big deal, blah, blah. Get the fuck out of here. If I put on a fucking suit, you better not serve me fucking fast food.
If I'm flying out of country, out of my state,
Let me make one good point for those motherfuckers. When was the last time on Fine China you've eaten fast fucking food?
Buffet fucking
You
style.
never do McDonald's French fries on a fucking, not paper plate, China.
Yeah.
Like fine China with silverware and candles and a goblet.
and
you
the
have never in your life done that.
And the goddamn Lincoln fucking room too. Like you got Lincoln on the fucking wall. With his he basically should have his palm in his face. Like what the fuck?
That's what Ricky Bobby would do.
That's some
Yeah.
that's some nouveau riche shit right there.
Exactly.
Like, for real.
But like the other shit that was funny about it too, he's like, I used my own money to buy this. I bought over 1,000 burgers and blah blah.
No, first he said it was 300. Then all of a sudden, when he said it was hamburgers, he said about 1,000 hamburgers. I'm just like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm not impressed by you buying any amount of fucking fast food. I could have bought that amount of fast food.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's not a lot of money. It's really not.
No.
Basically, you bought college kids food. And these are professional athletes. That's probably not what the fuck they eat every day. Yeah.
You know
these are semi-professional athletes.
You know what's
right,
fucked up?
Get the fuck out of here.
Around probably like maybe 2 blocks away, they could have bought that shit.
I mean, like, why am I putting on a suit to eat fucking McDonald's? Like,
oh shit!
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, they had a choice: Wendy's or fucking Carl's Jr.
I mean, listen, I understand the government shutdown. All right, I totally understand that shit. The chefs weren't there for whatever reason. I'm not gonna get into that, even though I know what the fucking reason is.
Yeah.
But you could cater the event.
Of course you can.
You can cater the event. All right, that's what a reasonable person would do. Is if your chefs were not working, you need to pay for it out of your own pocket or whatever. You cater it out of your own pocket. You don't just have somebody go out to a fast food place and then bring it in, because there's no way that food was fucking not even warm.
This is what lazy parents do.
Not that much fucking
when
food.
Like, you know what I mean, you're exhausted and like you feel like you have no other options. You don't feel like going to the grocery store and you got your kids for the weekend.
This is like after like Christmas shopping, you don't want to cook and you're on your way home, you stop by the doctor.
Well, it's funny, didn't he make a comment about like his wife's salad or something like that? Like he was like, I couldn't give him my wife's salad or something like that.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now. One of those players was probably tossing her salad.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Damn it. This was
BBC.
I don't want to even overblow, but at the same time, from a class and visual kind of standpoint, this looked bad.
Like it almost looked like it's fake. Like this can't be fucking real. When I saw the picture, I'm like, this gotta be Photoshop. I googled that shit.
There's an oil painting of fucking Lincoln in the background and a Big Mac in the front. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And somebody kept trying to say to me, like, you trying to call him cheap? No, I'm not calling him cheap. All right, I'm calling him tasteless. Like, what the fuck?
Like
you don't understand that shit?
Yeah.
Like, he's got more money than me. Way more money than I do.
Yeah.
But it's tasteless.
It's the White House.
Yeah.
Like, a presidential meal and fast food should never be synonymous. Like,
I get that he likes fast food. You know what I mean?
Go ahead and eat that bullshit.
Yeah, eat that shit. But
I mean, you can see it.
If you don't understand, that food is, first of all, it's not good for you.
Of course not.
It's not good for you. All right, and it's not nutritious. It's not healthy. It doesn't taste good. Like, serve them some real fucking food.
You know, these guys are playing at Division I college football on a top national program. They have an actual team nutritionist. They put the top nutritional supplements and meals in their body at all times. And what do you give them? You give them the $1.29 Big Mac. You didn't even go to Chick-fil-A. Like, you know what I mean?
Damn.
They were closed, that's why. Sunday.
Missed an opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I can't even get the chicken biscuit. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, maybe you get 20-piece nuggets.
Oh, God.
I like how some celebrity chefs are coming out of the woodworks.
Hey, you know
like,
what? They probably busted out Szechuan sauce.
God.
Or maybe. But I know Aisha Curry, she had tweeted out to the football team, was like, hey, you know, you come to my restaurant and I'll give you guys a real feast or something like that. Some real fucking food.
Michael Strahan.
Yeah, he said it too. Michael Strahan came out.
He said lobster and scrimps. Yeah. Come to my spot. We got lobster and scrimps.
And you know those guys were expecting a spread.
Right.
Like, you can't go to the White House and, like, being on the bus being like, oh, man, we about to really grow. We football players. We just won a championship.
There's video
about to get prime rib.
of people saying, I thought this was a joke. He's like, oh, this is real.
Jesus.
It was like, dude. And then somebody else posted that, oh, somebody didn't mind. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if he minded or not. I give a fuck about the perception of the White House to the rest of the world, and this president lowering the standard. Like, it already shows that he's lowered the standard by the fact that you don't care that they're serving fast food to guests in the White House.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine if President Obama served KFC to guests?
Ooh,
in a
he would have got
Could you imagine that shit?
He would have got fired.
Everybody would have been criticizing him, rightly so.
Yeah.
You know, same with Bush, Clinton. You can go back as far as you fucking want. McDonald's is fucking some lowbrow class. I mean, I'm not trying to say I've never eaten fucking McDonald's in my life. I'm not one of those people. But Holy fucking shit.
Yeah,
man.
that's
When you go to the right, I bet you there was hoping, prime rib. I'm supposed to get me some horseradish. I'm gonna use.
like if he had some barbecue up in there or something.
Maybe. I mean, he might have. There's probably
No,
a
it
tray.
wasn't.
I bet you there was a tray of China with just sauces.
For barbecue sauce for the goddamn chicken nuggets that only
Szechuan
the
sauce.
goddamn kids eat.
Szechuan sauce. There's probably a jar.
Don't say chicken nuggets.
When I
But.
throw parties at my house and have guests over, I do not serve motherfucking fast food.
No.
Somebody had posted up like, what if you went to a wedding they serve fucking McDonald's?
Yeah.
Are you gonna stay? Probably not. I'm taking my goddamn gift back. I can tell you that.
Clown. Like everybody would be like, what in the fuck is wrong with you? This is a Big Mac. I could have done this. Right?
Like, I can understand if you're having like a small wedding, but you're like renting out a bar or something. Because I know some friends who did that. They rent out a bar and just had like drinks and like little snacks and stuff like that.
If you're having a wedding, like you know what I mean, not some going to the. There's nothing wrong with going to the courthouse. I did that shit with my first.
I did it.
You know what I mean? But if you're having like a wedding, you're not serving fast food.
No.
Ain't no fucking way. Everybody already knows. Did we have a spill?
No.
Something else fell.
Something fell over.
Yeah, I didn't see this any two ways. I didn't see any two ways about it. It was.
I really thought it was a fucking joke. Man.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
looked Photoshop at first, but I was like, wait a minute, this is some
and I
real
thought,
shit.
and like after the thing, he was like, "Oh yeah, everybody ate. How much food is left? I didn't eat any, but you offer people fucking McDonald's and turn around and say that you didn't eat any. Like, what kind of fucked up shit is that? It's like, y'all guys right here eating fucking Burger King. I'm over here eating fucking steak and lobster and shit.
That actually is what he eats. He eats a lot of fast food and Diet Coke.
God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, because I was listening to the Joe Rogan Experience, and he talked about how the president drinks like 15 Diet Cokes a day or some shit like that.
It's disgusting. I'll tell you what though. Fucking Family Guy went ham on him.
Speak on it.
Holy shit. It was the most savage fucking episode of Family Guy in the longest time.
Right.
If y'all haven't watched Family Guy in a long time, they've been hit or miss, but this last episode basically all dedicated to President Trump.
What's even funny is that like they start off the episode saying like, yeah, we know we're kind of late with this presidential stuff, but fuck it, here it is.
Yeah.
They basically, it says that in fucking black and white.
And they did not disappoint. They go on shit that I didn't realize was a thing.
Yeah.
I looked that shit up. I was like, God damn. It's real fucking.
I only saw like
savage.
I only saw like a 60-second clip. I got to see the whole thing.
Oh yeah, there's no safe rounds.
They have like the whole grab her by the pussy thing. They have the whole relationship with him and his daughter.
Oh yeah.
She's like, she's like, oh, let me introduce you to my kind of boyfriend or something like that. And she goes in the office and go talk to her goddamn dad. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, my favorite thing about it all is that like he talks about how much money he has, but Peter calls him out saying, yeah, you have all this money, but you're cash poor.
Ooh, that's it.
Yeah, and they were saying that's basically the reason why he's hiding his tax returns.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because he's actually not a billionaire anymore. He actually doesn't have that much money.
There you go.
Which makes sense because he filed bankruptcy like a couple times.
A bunch of fucking times. They talk about like his digs, his hotels, his college that he had and shit like that. Like, damn, they were just throwing that shit out there.
I couldn't believe it. I haven't laughed that hard at a Family Guy in a long time.
Dude, I gotta see. I'm gonna
really
watch
good.
this tonight, man. Fuck. I can't believe I missed it. Shit.
Damn.
The one thing they didn't explain though is how Peter's hair wasn't white anymore.
Oh yeah. I wonder did I miss an episode?
Yeah.
What happened here? Because yeah, last episode his
Cause like it's a two-parter, so one starts in Quahog and like his hair turns white.
God damn.
But they don't explain why it goes. I mean, he probably dyed it, but
Did y'all see this?
What was that?
Apparently, the X-Men have something that Prodigy might be interested in.
What the fuck?
Is they introduced last month their first drag queen mutant.
Huh?
So their drag queen mutant is known as Shade. She can use her fans. She has like the geisha fans, I guess.
Let me see what she look like.
She's a green. Oh damn!
If it's a drag queen, is it really a she? Because that'd still be a dude, right? That's okay to say in this day and age.
HR will probably send us
That's a
whether.
good question. I say, yeah, that's a dude.
Well, because it's
yeah, I mean, that's a guy dressed up as a Laurel.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the definition of a drag queen, right? That
At least it was as of yesterday, I thought.
Yeah. So this is a picture here of Shade showing Prodigy those of you who are listening to audio.
Mutant powers? What?
She can teleport. so
like
he can teleport, kind of, but only with this. Do you see the fan? They have a geisha fan. This opens up a dimensional portal.
Mutants are supposed to be born with abilities. That doesn't sound like a mutant if it's a device or something that's
what the hell?
Mutant power.
No, this is the same writer who made Iceman Gay. This writer wrote this character. What was this? I can't pronounce his first name. Simon.
All right. I don't want to be a stickler, but like mutants are supposed to be born with powers. It's not a Tony Stark suit or anything like that makes the power happen.
Well, maybe it kind of works like Thor's hammer. Like he can do lightning.
So again, Thor's not a mutant.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it might be because of the touch. It probably turns them into portal devices.
Like Gambit.
Yeah.
Well, no, he still has.
Gambit does the charging.
Maybe she used that as she charges the fan to be able to teleport.
I think this is Cinna Grace was the creator of making Iceman Gay, because they wrote that whole arc, and then they created this character Shade as well.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah.
Dude, talking about drag queen, I don't even know how this shit came up in my feed, but there's a show on Netflix, an animated show called Super Drag Queens, and it's about these three, it's almost like the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, shit.
So there's these guys, once they do drag, they become superheroes, and they go and like save people, but it's fucking, it's so dumb, it's so bad, but it's kind of funny, to be honest.
Sounds like the anime you recommended a couple weeks ago.
What else different? Those are guys who they were part of the Yakuza, and they got forced to become they became female. They're transgender, and so they're pop stars and stuff like that. But this one, these are guys dressing as girls. It's kind of funny, but not really. But it's almost like Powerpuff Girls.
I don't know. I think in time, shit like that will. I mean, it's at the very beginning of those. Different sorts of sexualities and stuff like that becoming mainstream. All right, so there's going to be a shitload of terrible stuff before we get anything decent. That's what I expect.
Yeah.
So it might seem like we're shitting on these characters because they're drag queens or whatever, but it's a terrible concept. Like Prodigy was just pointing out, if it's a mutant, why the fuck do they need a special thing to do the thing?
Yeah,
like doesn't make sense in the whole X-Men universe.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the article I'm reading is from the Advocate, and it doesn't explain exactly their powers, just that the Shade teleports using these fans. So.
But there has been good characters. Like the best character I could think of that was actually Hermaphrodite. It was in Saga. That was
yeah.
Great
I remember
character.
that one. Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I expect to see a bunch of shitty characters. Because what's happening right now is that people want to just basically have the character be of a certain sexuality or a certain thing that's sort of new in society.
Yep.
They don't really necessarily give a shit about backstory. They don't give a shit about character development. They don't give a shit about a lot of things. They just want to put it out there, and I think that's the detriment of making those sort of things socially acceptable.
Yeah. For people who are new to comics, you need a rogues gallery if you're a real superhero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need to follow the rules for superpowers. You need to actually fucking save people if you're a superhero.
Yeah.
There's history with this medium and this mythology, and if you're following the rules, I think Iceman is an awesome fucking mutant and an awesome character, regardless of sexuality. I think he's fucking cool. I want to see more of him doing awesome shit, but he follows the rules.
And if you don't understand what the rules are, can you just Google the hero's journey?
Yeah.
And if you don't have anything near the hero's journey, then you're writing a very poor character. You're writing a very poor story. If you're just trying to make a point out there, you're not doing whatever your cause you're trying to make a point of any kind of service, because you're just trying to prove a point. Actually learn how to write and then do your thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm learning how to. I'm actually trying to write a novel right now. I'm learning all this shit. I actually bought software today so I can make it organized. But if you don't understand how to basically write a character and how to write them well, then you're making your whole thing go steps backwards.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna make people associate whatever you're trying to make a point with like negative things, like, oh, you don't really know how to make this into like a real person, and they're going to associate that not real person with the rest of whatever kind of thing you're trying to do. So you're just
hurting yourself.
Yeah, you're not yourself. You're hurting like an entire group.
Yeah, that's a good point. Very good. Well spoken. It is what it is. Do you even know which X-Men group? Because there's like 8 of them that.
Yeah.
Oh, which group? No.
And one of the, I'm looking at this one site, and they had they showed Storm in there, so I'm not sure if maybe. Actually, I don't even know what X-Men group she's going to be in. To be honest,
I think Kitty Pryde introduces Shade on stage.
Hey, well, I will if it's in one of the X-Men books that I read quite a few of them, and if it's good, I'll report back. I got a whole stack at home that I need to fucking go through this rainy fucking weekend. So we gonna see. What else? Oh, Dragon Ball Super. Got a Broly movie dropping.
Broly, goddammit.
Broly, sorry.
Broly.
You know my black
Brony?
list. You know, Brony movie.
What the fuck? There's Brony?
Bronies.
It's
first
dropping.
time hearing about it?
No, but I mean it's out in theaters like right now.
Yeah,
Was it really?
It came out today or yesterday.
Oh shit! I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Fuck Aquaman.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
No, I've been waiting because this was announced once Super ended, and I ended like mid last year.
It did.
They talked about there was gonna be a Broly movie, and so this is basically gonna make Broly canon because he's not canon because he's in the Z universe.
The buzz and hype is fucking through the roof.
Yeah.
You know Dragon Ball fans go hard as shit.
I go hard as shit.
This is are you got a 3-day weekend with MLK?
Yeah, but I'm going out of town.
Okay. I mean, for a MLK 3-day weekend for some folks, hopefully this movie knocks it out of the fucking park and surprises some people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of Japanese animation do pretty well here when they have it in a theater. Like I've seen like 4 movies in a theater, and they're usually limited runs. They're like a 2-day special or whatever, but them theaters be packed.
Yeah.
And I know these Dragon Ball Super fans are they're hardcore, so.
Dragon Ball Super was fucking excellent. It just
Yes.
was. All the way the fuck around, man. I rewatched it in English and they did the Japanese version first.
Yeah.
That shit was great. So I'm excited. I'm going to try to see that this weekend and then maybe take the kids to Aquaman one more time or whatever.
Yeah, dude, I'm probably gonna check it out too.
Man.
But I didn't know it was in theaters already. I thought it was like another.
It just came out like literally today or yesterday.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I've already seen my feed people being like, yo, that was the best Dragon Ball movie I've ever seen.
Nice.
Better than a whole bunch of my favorite arcs. This is it.
Have you watched any of the Dragon Ball superhero or Super Dragon Ball heroes?
Not yet.
So you can find them on YouTube. They're mainly on YouTube. They're like 10-minute snippets, and they're up to 7 episodes now.
Okay.
But they're pretty fucking good. They're pretty much fan service. So you get to see Super Saiyan Blue Goku versus Goku Super Saiyan 4.
Okay.
Because they're from different universes or timelines or whatever, and so they end up fighting against each other. So it's basically fan service. So you can see like all this crazy fighting shit happens.
Is my boy Zamasu in there?
Yeah.
Or Goku Black?
Zamasu is in it, but he just barely got into there, so we don't know exactly what's going on, what universe he's from, because he's kind of damaged. Like he has like a patch covering up half of his face, so we don't know what's really going on with him. But
that could be good shit.
Yeah,
that could be real good shit. Not that we want to bring up other folks necessarily on YouTube per se, but y'all saw this Logan Paul shit?
I just saw what
another
he
fucking
said.
dumb shit.
What was it?
Wait, there's another thing he did?
No, I just saw what he said, not what he did. What he said.
So
what'd he do?
Well, I'm not sure if there's something different, but I know that. So we all seen the Netflix movie Bird Box, and it's all about like being blindfolded and stuff like that. And I guess he decided to do the Bird Box challenge, but on the fucking freeway in a goddamn car.
Oh shit!
Or did he cross traffic? I know it's something about him like doing something in traffic while blindfolded. But yeah, so they pulled this video and stuff like that. But is there something else that came out about him?
He said like a week or so ago that he was gonna go gay for a month, and it fucking lit up everybody. Like everyone was pissed off at him for saying some crazy shit like that. It's like, what does that even mean? Like, you gonna do gay porn, or you gonna suck some dick or two, take it in the ass? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that about?
Wow. Like, what was his? I mean, obviously, I saw some of the backlash trending or whatever, but did he ever respond?
I have no idea. I don't really give a shit about this dude because I think he's a fucking idiot. Fucking.
I think I know what it is. It's like these people that are some of these YouTube stars, they are really fake people. All right, and so they started off probably with being like not popular in real life.
Sure.
And they came online, they got some fame, but they didn't really have a decent base personality. And so they need to find more and more kind of ridiculous shit to do to keep themselves relevant. And I think with this Logan Paul you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
With Logan Paul, that's what I see him doing. Like when he decided to box some guy Then he said he wanted to go to MMA, and then now he's doing, I'm going to go gay for a month. It's like, you're just doing all these things because you're not even really a person. And I have no problem saying that. Yeah. And that guy doesn't intimidate me whatsoever. If he comes like, oh, I'm going to fight, he's not even going to know who the fuck I am, but don't come at me with some of that, I'm going to fight you shit.
Yeah.
All right, because you're not a real person. You're a caricature of a human being that has no idea what you're doing in life. You happen to found some fame online and you got some money from it, but you're not a complete person. All right, and for you to not even realize how hurtful it is for you to say, I'm gonna go gay for a month, how hurtful it is for somebody that happens to be homosexual, then you're a fucking moron, especially in this day and age. That's pretty fucked up to do, to people. That's just totally ignoring shit that they've had to go through their lives.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, I almost took it, maybe I misinterpreted it, but I almost took it as him kind of coming out as bi, or I didn't know what to think about this.
Well, like, I'm
not familiar with a lot of his videos prior.
So I know that Logan Paul is dating the chick that plays Daisy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I thought they broke up.
They broke up, but they just recently got back fucking together, and I'm pissed off about it. Yeah.
Chloe Bennett, come on, girl.
He's the same guy that went to like the Japanese forest.
Yeah, he went to Japan. And well, it's not even like, if you watch that video, it's not even about him going to Japan. Like, he was super fucking disrespectful in Japan.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a scene where he like buys like a fish from the market. It's like, why do I have this? I don't want this. And just put it on the fucking back of a taxi and like walked away. And like, he did other shit. Like, he would like get in like Japanese people. Like, Japanese people are they don't like people in their space. They're very like kind of not conservative, I guess, something. But like, he would get in people's face and like say stupid shit. It's like being super disrespectful to Japanese people.
So he's doing ridiculous shit like that just for views. Because like I said, he's not a person.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, man. I can't wrap my head around it. It is what it is. I understand that, when you're at that level from a YouTube star standpoint, you're getting money, but you gotta have a fucking soul too. Gotta have some goddamn integrity. Who are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's other YouTubers out there that are still fucking big and relevant, just doing shit that they normally do. They don't not being fucking assholes.
Unboxing videos.
Oh my god, no. So the other day, me and K-Mac, we found, what is it, that little kid that does like toy reviews?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So we're like, because they did like because we were watching random fucking Baby Shark videos with Riley, and so
Baby Shark.
So one of his videos came up, and we're like, I don't understand what this guy's all about. So we watched like another video from this kid, because they did like a super cute video of basically like his parents doing like Baby Shark thing, like his whole family.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, super cute. Then we watched like some of his unboxing videos, and we're just like, I was like, dude, I could do basically what they're doing.
Yeah.
I was like, this is very simple, like cinematography. And then like I looked at Riley, like our youngest daughter, and she was like totally in this video. And it was like, because basically I think the video had like 2 billion views. And like Riley was just like, she couldn't like look away.
Wow.
Like, I was just like, what the fuck?
It's just a kid unboxing shit?
Well, basically in this video, I guess they made him like this sphere full of toys.
Oh.
And it was like him unboxing like this. It was like it was a Lightning McQueen like sphere, it was like a ball.
Yeah.
And inside the ball, there was a bunch of toys.
Oh, nice.
And so he's taking out all these toys. They're all like car related stuff. And Riley loves cars. She loves cars. And so she was just watching this kid basically just play with cars.
Okay.
And she was just amazed. Like, she didn't want us to turn it off. I was just like, dude, that's how he's getting views. But now I'm just like, maybe I can just do it Riley.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she loves playing with cars.
Make her a fucking YouTube star, man. Let's go.
Make me some money. And then Kim was like, well, why are they doing that? I was like, because they're making money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, once you get 1 million views, you can basically stop working. I mean, especially if you can maintain it. He has billions of views.
Worldwide.
Yeah, so his parents are happy as fuck there's no way his parents are working still.
Nope.
Are you talking about this kid here?
What's the kid's name? It's like, I think it's Ryan's Reviews or something like that.
Oh, there's a few kids, so.
Yeah, I'm sure there's copycats.
Well, no, I know there was a thing that came out and said there's a kid and he does toy reviews and he makes like somewhere in the ballpark of like maybe 15 million a year.
Damn.
A year and I think he's like 7 or something.
Yeah, it's I think it's Ryan's Toy Reviews. Ryan Toy Reviews.
Good shit.
And it's he's got overall total views is 26 billion.
Yeah.
God,
17 million subscribers.
But I was gonna say for this year so far, but yeah, I guess that's total.
The only thing I'd be a little bit wary about is just that many people feeling like they know my kid. Other than that, I totally get the money thing, but I don't want, like, randomly we're going to get frozen yogurt or something. Oh, I know you, Ryan. Hi. Back away. Get the fuck away from my fucking kid, you know, and me. I mean, that's just a parental instinct, you know?
Yeah.
His net worth last year for this kid, I think he's like 7. $22 million last year.
Damn.
We chose the wrong profession.
Yeah, man, we should be doing a toy review. We're talking about fucking shit.
For real.
Did we mention this Star Trek news?
No, because it's new.
All right, what you got?
Brand new.
3 more days.
Yeah, well, not only that, but Michelle Yeoh, who's been on the first season of Star Trek Discovery, is getting a spin-off series of Star Trek Discovery. Ooh. So Discovery is getting a spin-off already, and season 2 debuts this week.
Is this the one with Luke Picard?
And we're going to jump.
No. That's separate.
Oh, okay.
So Jean-Luc Picard's. So Patrick Stewart's in the future, where it's the events after Star Trek the 2009, where Spock is basically supposed to go missing.
Gotcha.
And it's supposed to be radically different. They keep saying how it's radically different. It'll probably be just like him reading a book and like crying or something.
This is CBS All Access again.
Yes,
it drops tomorrow.
Yes, so Star Trek Discovery Season 2 will drop tomorrow. Michelle Yeoh's series will be specific to, if you're a Star Trek fan, to Section 31. Or if you know, Section 31 is basically Starfleet's Black Ops division. So it's weird because her character in the show is not her original character.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out.
Did you guys find the Blu-ray ever for season 1?
Yeah, we talked about it.
It came out like
it came
way
out
after.
ago.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So this, I want to segue this part.
Hold on. If y'all haven't watched the show, it's definitely worth picking up the Blu-ray. Okay. I highly recommend it.
That's what I was trying to borrow. Or if you.
Oh, I don't have it. Okay. I can get you the videos if you want.
Slide you a little something.
Yeah.
I wonder if you got it in 4K.
So this is something I didn't know. I mean, we knew this with CBS All Access, but I'm gonna divvy this in. So if you were watching DC's Titans on DC Universe, you can watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, if you're in a different country.
If you live in a different country.
Yeah.
So if you live in the United States, you couldn't watch Star Trek Discovery, which you still can't as of yet, and you cannot watch DC's Titans or the 3rd season of Young Justice if you live in the U.S. You can only watch it on Netflix outside of the U.S.
Which is bullshit.
Yes.
Which is fucking stupid. Because I know they're trying to push their streaming services, but no one gives a shit. There's not enough, for me personally, there's not enough content on CBS All Access for me to throw out money for their streaming service.
Can I ask a question? I asked this bullshit before it fucking launched, and I never got a definitive answer. Are all the DC animated movies on this service right fucking now?
No.
Or not?
No.
I don't know either.
No, they are not. No, they are not.
Is it a portion? Is it the majority?
No, there's a portion, and they will continue to add them, but as of now...
Fuck out of here.
No, it is not.
All I'm asking you to at least have is your old animated movies, which are in general fucking great.
Well, they showed it in the trailers, like for the ads. They show like
it'll be on later, but it's not available now.
Later ain't now. Fuck y'all.
It is not now. I mean, I know
y'all want my money now.
Now is now. So but when will be then?
Yeah, I know what you can watch. You can watch the 70s Wonder Woman. You can watch all of Christopher. You can watch all of Christopher Reeve's Superman.
You can watch Super Friends.
You can watch Super Friends.
Teen Titans. Lois and Clark.
Yes, Lois and Clark.
Like Lois and Clark.
I don't remember what else. There's not a whole fucking lot.
Yeah, so this is the problem that I have with this shit. It's like either you're free or you're not. And you can't. You're not gonna get me to buy your service based upon a backlog of shit that I've probably already seen and a very small handful of new shit. You're just not. That's why CBS. That's the problem I have with CBS All Access, because first of all, CBS is a broadcast network that is free. All right, it's a free fucking thing, and so for you to say I'm gonna put
2 exclusive shows
behind a paywall, it's like, okay, well, fucking why? Because all the rest of your shit is free, so you basically want me to pay for 2 fucking shows, they last how long? So basically, if I want to watch, the Star Trek Discovery, and the season is 3-4 months long, I've got to pay, more than what the Blu-ray would cost.
Yep.
To watch it. So like, why the fuck would I do that? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Yeah. It really doesn't. Especially when they do it, where they make it a weekly thing and not just release it all at once. If released all at once, fine. I'll pay for that 1 month and I'll just binge watch it and I'll be done. I'll cancel the service. But they don't. They keep putting behind this paywall where I have to keep paying to get more of basically one thing that I actually want to fucking watch.
Yeah.
And in that case, you can go fuck yourself. Don't get me wrong, Star Trek Discovery is an excellent show, but it does not deserve a paywall. There is no show on this fucking planet that anybody would pay $7 to $10 a month to watch.
Yeah. Game of Thrones, maybe?
No,
not even that.
Especially when you can't even keep it.
Yeah.
Like, nobody would fucking do that.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's way more expensive than the Game of Thrones Blu-ray that comes out every year after the show.
But that's what they're asking us to do. This is the dark side of unbundling. Because everybody asks for cable providers to unbundle for like the longest time, and I was one of them. I was up there, but like, unbundle. I want to be able to pay for shit, separately, so I can just get what I want. But this is the other side of it: is that they're basically putting shit that should have been free behind the paywall in the name of unbundling.
Yeah,
and that's fucking bullshit.
Absolutely.
Since we're kind of touching on that subject a little bit, I also don't understand how like a lot of these like local channels have like apps, but they don't release their content like right away. Like CW app is pretty good. Like you have to wait like a couple hours.
Yep.
But like for example, like Fox Now, it's an app that you can download onto your phone or your Amazon TV. But like shit doesn't. You have to wait like at least 2 weeks before you're able to watch it on there.
That's bullshit.
Which is dumb because if I had a fucking antenna, I could have watched it that way.
Yeah.
But it also brings up the cool thing with Amazon, how they have the recast or whatever, where you can record live, like because like your Slingbox and all that shit. There's a monthly fee with that, but for the Amazon device, it's free. You just pay for the device and it records over the air shit, and it has like I think like a 500 gig hard drive in there, so you can record a lot on there and watch it later. Yeah. So I don't understand why these networks do this shit with their apps.
Well, while we're on the same vein, I guess, let's talk about, because I know me and Blue, we have watched Young Justice Outsiders.
Oh, yeah.
I think
I wanted it too.
Yeah,
yep.
Oh, yeah, watch it too. Okay,
I'm caught up.
Have you seen all 6?
Break it down.
I watched all 6.
Well, the next 3 come out tomorrow, I believe, right?
No, Friday.
Okay, next 3 come out on Friday. So it's not as terrible as a paywall, but it's still basically, I'm not going to watch Titans, so this is the only thing I want to watch is just this one show for a DC universe or whatever. But this show was excellent. It's basically, it's exactly the same quality as you expected as the original Young Justice, the original Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. High quality shit. They pick up after the events of Young Justice season 2.
Okay.
It's a little grittier. There's some really fucked up scenes.
People are fucking dying.
Basically, they allowed it so they can kill children.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. A lot of children.
Okay.
So, yeah, they start off with like really dark content.
Okay.
And it's really good. It's more. It's young adult, but it kind of delves into kind of adult too.
I mean, I would say since the majority of you guys have seen it, don't hold back on spoilers because of me. I want to hear it. Tell me what happens.
Well, basically, I mean, we get a number of new characters, and that's what's really cool. We get one character that is obviously Muslim. She's a Muslim female that has her name is Halo.
Yeah, but then they define it because she wakes up in a fucking grave. Like they're pouring like dirt over her, and she like wakes up and she doesn't remember who she is, and so she kind of just take on the name Halo.
You didn't see she was actually in the earlier in that episode.
What do you mean?
So during the assassination attempt, remember when they?
Oh, okay, yeah.
When they chloroformed the chick, that was her.
Okay, yeah. So basically, it starts off like we talked about this last week, but they're taking kids with the metagene, and they're turning basically them into weapons, but they're forcing them to. So they have like a tank that they put the kids in, and it fills up with like this black ooze, and they become like meta humans or whatever.
Oddly similar to the Terrigenesis, except it's not a
kind of right.
Yeah, except instead of the Terrigenesis wave, it's like a Terrigenesis ooze.
Yeah,
you put them in the ooze, and then they
not all kids make it through. Like there's a bunch of them that fucking die.
Most of them fucking don't. There's like only a handful that come out, and when they do, they're hideous monsters, but with kids' brains, and then people kill them. Yeah,
and
I killed the monster.
They're controlled.
Yeah, and they have they have chips in them that makes them do whatever they're fucking told. It kind of sucks.
It's all bad. The only thing that's confusing to me is that some of these fucking new characters, there's a shit ton of characters. Like there's fucking 3 Roy Harpers. Like I know one's real, 2 of them are clones. And
well, yeah, that was all covered in.
I know, but I totally forgot because some of them look different. Like I was like, who's this fucking dude with the fucking goatee and beard?
I couldn't remember which one's the real one though, because I know
the one with the no arm. Yeah, one with.
Okay.
Because he's the real one. And then there's like 2 different Wonder Girls, I guess.
Oh, and also we forgot to mention this other week is that apparently there's something between Wonder Girl and Robin. Because like
she was hella
when they're leaving, they're like holding hands, they have to split hands and shit like that. And
it's not even that. She tries to call him and she's arguing with him and she's like, he don't understand. Basically, they have like their little like lover squirrel.
Yeah.
Is Dick still Robin?
No,
he's Nightwing.
It's what's his name? It's the fucking
Tim
asshole
Drake.
kid. Was it Tim Drake?
Tim Drake is Robin.
Todd?
No, I had a feeling it was the other kid.
Well, no, we have like 3-4 Robins in this now.
True.
We have the different colors.
Well,
We have Red Robin.
Well, yeah, that was weird too. We see Red Robin, but when we see the first episode, when you see Robin, they hold him back because he tries to run to Batman, and they say, Tim, come back.
No.
They hold him back. We see Blue Beetle. We see the oldest person on the team is Black Lightning with family and shit.
And now he's got fucking post-traumatic stress.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it fucks with his powers.
He's got erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, not with his powers.
With his powers.
Because he ends up he accidentally kills a kid.
Well, he doesn't.
But he doesn't kill him.
Yeah.
He thinks that he did.
Yeah. Well, he lives with the guilt of something he didn't do, but he does feel bad about doing it, so it fucks with his powers.
But basically, he shocks a kid or shocks a monster to like put it out, but it ends up having a heart attack and dying.
Oh.
But the kid was already gonna have a heart attack because they made this kid into a monster, but he already had a heart condition.
Gonna happen.
Yeah, so the kid, and so that fucks with him like deeply.
But one crazy thing is that the last episode from last week is we get to see they go to an island of the assassins, and we get to see Ra's al Ghul.
Oh.
But
what?
At the end, we get a little bit of a surprise. So
I don't know if it's a surprise. To me, it just looks like baby Damian Wayne.
Are y'all?
No.
I missed that one.
So at the end, you like one of the fighters who was like taking out the fucking Young Justice cast or group. Like at the end, he's like, Robin. And he's like, "Oh, you're starting to remember." And he takes off his hat, and you can see his hair, and it's like, dude, that's fucking Tim Drake. Like Jason Todd. Yeah, that's gonna lead to Jason Todd, and eventually you probably get a Red Hood and Young Justice.
In the very beginning of this, like basically the Justice League gets pretty much disbanded.
Yeah,
Batman was like, you know what, fuck y'all. He just leaves like all the bad people.
Yeah,
like,
everyone that aligns with
that's real Batman.
Yeah, everyone that aligns, including even Black Lightning, who's basically aligned with Batman. He leaves for his own reason.
Yeah, he leaves for his own reason.
And then Green Arrow leaves. Him and fucking Black Canary have a huge tiff.
Damn.
And then he fucking leaves. He's like, yeah, I'm going with Bruce. Fuck y'all.
And Aqualad is Aquaman now.
Yeah.
And he's the leader of the Justice League.
Yeah, which was weird.
Okay, I gotta get caught up on this.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's been fucking crazy. And then, I mean, we get new characters, which is cool, but still, it's weird trying to keep up. Like, because of season 2, Artemis is now Tigress.
Yeah, she mainly do Tigress shit.
But her real name is Artemis?
Yeah.
Dude, 4 years ago, while Mishka was pregnant, we were watching season 2, and that's where I got my daughter's middle name from just loving that Artemis character.
Yeah, she's back.
And I haven't shown her Young Justice yet. So
oh yeah, I don't think she's ready for that. It's just weird because Artemis has 2 costumes. She has her Artemis/Arrowette costume, and she has Tigress's outfit.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna show.
What's kind of cool too is that Dick is still kind of dealing with losing Kid Flash.
Oh yeah.
And he's like constantly like referring to like other people as him. Like I think there's a scene where he calls Roy Harper.
He calls him Wally, or no, not Wally. He calls him. Is it Bart or Wally?
Yeah, I think he called him Bart.
I thought it was Wally.
I thought it was Wally. It is
remember.
Wally.
Yeah.
Because the Flash on the team is Impulse. He's Bart from the future.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and I mean, Roy does a really good job of helping Dick deal with his issues about losing Kid Flash.
Yeah. And I mean, that was a tragic scene. Like, fucking it's disappeared.
But they do it kind of lightheartedly because they're in the middle of a fight.
Oh, yeah. On top of the fucking trucks.
Yeah, and while like He doesn't even go by Roy. He goes by Will. There's Roy, Will, and one other name. Well, I don't remember the other fucking name.
I'm gonna watch.
But they're all fucking clones. And he even calls them out. He's like, you're a fucking clone, dude. Ooh. It's pretty funny. And then, like, does Artemis and one of the clones have a fucking kid? There's a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but if you notice, they sleep in separate rooms.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, what the fuck? Is that your kid or nah?
So it's 3 episodes every week, and they're now up to 6?
6, yeah. It's 6 episodes.
Catch up.
It's like fucking... There's all kinds of shit. I mean, it's fairly easy to follow the plot. It's harder to catch up with the characters, because there's a lot of fucking characters.
Yeah, that's the right way to do it.
And like in the last recent episodes, we got to see a little bit of Static Shock doing his thing too, which I thought was fucking dope, because Static Shock was a dope ass fucking show.
I miss that dude. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just weird because his hairdo's different, so I don't know who the fuck he was, but he had the color scheme. I was like, is that who I think it is? Oh, yeah, okay.
I remember that show had a more younger, cartoony-ish look compared to Young Justice.
But there was like crossovers and shit too. Like he was in Justice League and also in Batman Beyond.
He is in
the scene where they jump to the future.
Yep, and you see Green Lantern and Hawkgirl's son, and Static Shock's a full member of the Justice League.
Wow,
that shit was crazy.
What else they have now? There was like something else that was Beast Boy is basically actor now.
Yeah,
he's like an action star.
All right.
Dating some fucking queen.
And Dick and Barbara are together.
Oh yeah.
What were you saying about Beast Boy?
Beast Boy, he's basically one of the few people that is a meta that is actually out as a meta.
Oh, okay. Good shit.
Oh, and he's super famous.
I'm fucking down for this, man. I'm fucking down.
It is.
It's great.
I
so
do
far.
like the stories. Yeah, the stories are gritty.
Kind of a fun fact. There's an episode of Justice League that has the Teen Titans in it, but it's not the actual Teen Titans. It's the people who do the voice of the Teen Titans. They do the voice of the Royal Flush Gang. So if you go back and watch it, like there's a black character that's Cyborg. One guy is Beast Boy. Robin is like the king, and then like the queen is Raven.
Wasn't that Batman the Animated Series?
No, this is Justice League. Because they're in that too, but like there's like a new family that's in the Justice League one, the Justice League Unlimited.
Gotcha. Do we have any B's and B's this week? Y'all see any?
Probably someone asking when are the Golden Knight plaques coming?
Yeah, we know we late, but we are
when that shit gonna happen?
98% there. If not,
well, there's.
What were you gonna say, Blue?
No, I was gonna say there was a question that popped up that I saw today, and it was what's the dumbest shit that you can think of you did as a child?
Jeez, there's too many to count.
Well, I was born, and then
like I'll give one for example. I think we might have done this before on the show, but like when I was a kid, like after watching Mary Poppins, like me and my brothers, we tried jumping off the roof with umbrellas.
God damn, that's stupid.
But we had mattresses on the floor, so we weren't that stupid. But we were still fucking jumping off the roof with goddamn umbrellas.
I remember doing a lot of playing in construction sites, like a lot. You know, half-built townhouses and homes.
Dude, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, fun as hell, breaking 2x4s and shit. But it's also really dumb and like there's.
Dude, I can piggyback on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Remember when we used to live in the apartments, the waterfalls? So they were building the houses that we eventually lived in, like right across the street. And so I used to play in those the construction site all the time.
Yep.
And there was a good friend of mine, I forget his name, doesn't matter, none of you guys knew him. But we used to hang out all the time, and there's usually like lock boxes at construction sites. So this is on a weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody left the lock box off.
Oh.
Like the lock off the lock box. And so we got into there, and there was like this flammable liquid. And so we started spraying like this liquid around and lighting shit on fire.
What the fuck?
A friend of mine, we lit a box on fire, and like the flames got pretty big, and he went to go put it out, and the box got stuck to his foot. Like he put his foot through the box, and the box got stuck on his foot.
On fire?
While I was on fire.
God damn.
Put it out! Put it out! He's fucking screaming. I couldn't stop fucking laughing. We got it off his fucking foot. He was okay, but luckily we didn't fucking burn the whole fucking site down.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
God damn.
Okay, that's great hooligan shit. Old Ninja, what you got?
I can't even fucking remember. There's too many.
That was 400 years ago, though.
Yeah. Oh, so Rome Everyone kept saying that shit got sacked. No, that was me playing with fireworks.
Oh, this
I fucked that shit up. And I didn't tell nobody either.
The Library of Alexandria burned down because you smoked a blunt?
No, that's
Fucking
when
Aphrodite.
like we were chasing through the catacombs and somebody tripped and fell, and we're like, well, what do we do? So we just fucking left and just everything fucking caught fire. Fuck it. Nobody caught us though.
All right, let's wrap this motherfucker up.
Wait,
Damn it.
one quick thing I'm gonna throw in here real quick before we wrap it up. Y'all guys saw this egg thing on Instagram, right?
Oh shit!
I love that.
That's a quick one. So Kylie Jenner, her picture of her with her baby holding her thumb was like the world record breaking on Instagram
For likes.
For likes. And somebody posted up a picture of a goddamn egg, just a regular brown fucking egg, and say, hey, let's make this fucking break records on Instagram. And when I first saw it, and when I liked it, it had 36 million. And then like after I posted into the group, Owen was like, oh no, it's got 38 million now. I'm like, what the fuck?
Within like half an hour.
Yeah, and so yeah, this shit's been destroying the record.
No, that ain't it.
No, that's not it.
Gotta find the right egg. Most popular egg.
The most popular egg.
But it's just so funny how like, yeah, that's the one right there. So if you click on the profile, you probably can. So right now it's sitting at 46 million goddamn likes.
That is fucking hilarious.
I think Kylie Jenner had like 22 million or something like that.
Anything to take shit away from her.
Yeah.
That's petty.
And her shit was 18 million likes, and this has got it by fucking more than a white.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
No one's gonna break that goddamn record. But it's also, I guess somebody created one on Twitter, and so that one's breaking records for having the most amount of hearts or likes or retweets or some shit.
But this is hilarious. It's called World Record Egg. There's one post, one picture.
Yep.
Now it's got 7.3 million followers and over 40 million likes.
God damn it. People are fucking funny.
Yeah.
That is the most
internet.
internet thing I've ever seen. Kronos, what you got populating this week?
This weekend, me and K-Mac are going to celebrate our 8th anniversary. So
That was last week. Okay.
Well, actually, the day was last week, but we actually going on. So, and plus, it's like our anniversary is kind of on a bad day because, like, literally, we got fucking Christmas, then we got New Year's. Or sorry, we got Christmas. 2 days later, K-Mac's birthday. You know, less than a week later is fucking New Year's Day.
That's a lot.
And then, you know, January 6th or 6th, I think, is our anniversary. So it's like there's like a lot of shit on there. So like we usually do push it back like our actual when we're gonna celebrate it. So we're gonna go to San Francisco. I'm gonna take her to a fancy restaurant. We're gonna go watch Aquaman. And
no Big Macs on.
No Big Macs. Actually, I almost said that. I was gonna fuck her there and take her to like McDonald's. The president said this is the best food in America.
Yeah, this is called the presidential.
Use the candle app. Put it on the table. Bam, fancy dinner.
Baconator, Whopper, Big Mac.
I'm gonna buy you 300 fucking Big Macs.
Oh damn.
Anyway, hamburgers. 300 hamburgers.
That's I love you like a cardiac arrest.
Damn.
Next week, I'm going to do some more work on the Infinity base. I got some network cable coming in tomorrow. So next week, I'm working on MLK. So because I'm doing that, I'm going to take Wednesday off.
Okay.
I'm going to dedicate most part of that day to running the cables because the electrical is already done. I'm going to run the cables over there, the network cable. Then I'm going to work on the insulation, the drywall. That's where you guys are going to come in. And so hopefully I'll have it done with either early February or mid-February. That's when I'm trying to get everything done.
Good shit, man.
We actually have presents for the Infinity base. I've already seen 2 of them, but can't show you guys yet.
Not yet.
What?
So we have to wait. Yeah, we got
Is it stripper pole?
Can't even tell you.
Got it.
Damn.
But I will
that's
show it to
suspense.
you guys once we open up the Infinity base.
It's coming. Blue, what you got populating?
So I mentioned earlier in the podcast that I purchased Ace Combat 7, which is the first Ace Combat game that's going to be available on the new generation consoles.
Okay.
Because the 6 was like back on just the Xbox. It never came out on the PlayStation 3. But I'm super excited about that because I love that fucking franchise. Like I love playing that game. I don't like playing online just because fucking like it's hard to play a jet fighting game when you got fucking lag. So, but I might try and jump on online. But yeah, so I'm doing that. But the Sweetness and I were going away for the weekend. We're going down to LA. We're gonna go to Universal Studio, and then I'm gonna visit family while I'm down there as well. My work actually doesn't give me Monday off for MLK, but I request a day off anyway, so I'm definitely having that day off. But once I get back, it's gonna be all about playing Ace Combat. And so I'll probably give a couple of reviews next week.
Is that the one they're gonna have in VR?
Yeah, so you can play it in VR as well, and with PlayStation VR.
You gonna get it?
Maybe I gotta see how the gameplay. Yeah, be fucking sitting. Well, because I have this one game on the Vive, and it's almost like a throwback to what's the name of that game on the Nintendo 64, like Airport or Air. Pilot Wing.
Oh, Pilot Wing.
Pilot Wing. So I have a game like that.
That was on the Super Nintendo. Bro.
Yeah, okay, my bad. So, like, I have that for the VR, and that game alone, it's so much fucking fun. All you're playing, you have, like, this mini glider, and you just fucking fly around from island to islands, and, like, you can upgrade, like, your plane to get, like, jets and stuff like that, and you do, like, little missions where you have to, like there's things where you have to, like, run through hoops, or you have to, like, land and pick up packages and, like, fly somewhere else and deliver them and shit.
Dude, Pilot Wing 64 is fucking tough as fuck.
Yeah, but, oh, God. I need to the room I have my VR setup in, it's kind of getting cluttered. I need to clean that up and fucking plug that shit back in again.
Good shit, man. I can't wait to hear that fucking review. Old Ninja, what you got?
So I might also be in SoCal this weekend for some family stuff, but we shall see. I'm waiting to hear back from some family. Punisher drops on Friday, season 3. So I'm gonna try to check that out.
Season 2.
Oh yes, I'm sorry, season 2. I'm thinking fucking Daredevil. Yeah, season 2 of Punisher's out. What else we were talking about? Star Trek Discovery season 2 is out this week. Tomorrow, more Young Justice. I'm gonna see what I can catch up on. I've been playing GTA 5. I just bought the game. It came with fucking a bunch of DLC. I got it for $20.
6 years later.
Yeah. Oh, actually no. I got it for $15 with like the criminal enterprise starter pack.
She's like, bro, I just got this game called Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition.
Yeah.
Fucking best thing ever.
Yeah. Hey, it is the best thing ever, but still, I mean, it's cool. I mean, the online's still fun. I'm still working my way through. I'm probably gonna start Detroit pretty soon. Detroit Become Human.
I could have let you borrow that one.
Yeah, but it was, I told you, I got it for like $15 on Black Friday. So, and yo ass is on CPT every time. So, other than that, I think that's about it. Oh, I might check out Escape Room, maybe.
There you go. I'm gonna try to check out this Broly movie for Dragon Ball Super. Broly.
Broly?
You know that one movie, that Dragon Ball movie. And then I gotta catch up on my fucking anime. I'm way behind on Black Clover, SSS Gridman. I want to try some new anime.
Wait, are any of you guys going to go to the Crunchyroll Awards? Because the tickets are only $30.
Ooh, I might.
And it's up in the city.
When is that, this weekend?
No, the tickets are for sale now. I don't know when the actual thing is.
Well, we press. So
yeah, let me look into that.
Yeah,
we'll look into that.
You got a connection, Blue. Damn.
Yeah.
Amy's married though now. So
we will look into that.
I'll look into that.
Oh.
I mean, no.
Blue's married too.
Yeah.
I won't be looking into anything.
Yeah, let's not fuck this up.
Can you ixnay on the?
I almost wanted to vote for her.
It's too late, Blue.
I wanted to give her a golden egg.
You have to edit this down.
God damn it.
Yeah, this is Blue Nut. Yeah.
His words do not reflect the views of anybody else on this cast.
The things I say does not reflect the real feelings of what really goes on.
Oh my God.
I'm drunk. This is drunk blues. I've been drinking.
God damn it. Old Ninja, put the taglines out there.
Man, can't you throw it in a tetragonal, pentagonal, dodecahedron?
Actually,
that is the real question.
Before you do all that, I have a special congratulations to my friend Edgy, who got his black belt last week in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Him and Panda, but Pat doesn't listen to the podcast. Edgy does. I know he does.
Very cool.
So congratulations. I wanted to talk to you after you got your black belt. I just didn't have a chance because I had to get out of there because Kim had stuff to do, and so did I. So congratulations, man. We'll talk more later and have an actual conversation on what it means to be a black belt to you. So, yeah.
Good shit.
All right. We're Black and Black Times Infinity. Danker's podcast on the multiverse, the interwebs. Check us out. Hashtag BThanBTI. It's BThanBTI. Facebook, Twitter, Player FM, YouTube, Black and Black Times Infinity, Stitcher, SoundCloud. Look at our official website, binheadproductions.com/BThanBTI. On Twitch, we're on there, BThanBTI, and on Amazon, we have our own app on there. Look for us, Black and Black Times Infinity, or BThanBTI.
Fuck them cucks.